Why are we preparing? You're always preparing.
Oh, good. I was worried I wasn't going to be loud.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Greetings to the prismatically inclined. We are here for another late night culture stream. It's Culture After Dark. I don't sleep much at night, so we're going to take advantage of the opportunity on Sunday nights. I have an incredible panel with me this evening, which would include some puppet representation of the Cotton Persuasion. We have the great and powerful Snowdub. What is up, my friend?
Hello. Welcome all to the Sunday Night Culture craziness that is every Sunday night, your fun and fabulous place where great personalities alike get together and do incredible, fun, fantastic conversations, maybe?
But
I don't know.
well,
sometimes it gets, well...
Words occasionally fail us. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they fail a lot. You know, speaking of failing, did you see the bicycle incident a couple days ago?
I did, and in fact, boy, does that make you be, proud to be an American.
I'm proud to be something. And speaking of being something, the man, the myth, the legend, the man from Midnight's Edge After Dark, Midnight's Edge, Espanol. You have Midnight's Edge Archives, Midnight's Edge Entertainment Zone for Children, Midnight's Edge Ball Pit, Midnight's Edge TMNT Video Game Arcade, Midnight's Edge Service Entrance Only. Tom, what's up, Tom?
How's it supposed to feel?
Indeed.
It's supposed to feel squishy.
Yikes. Oh, and that's Tom. Anyway, right below him is a man among t-shirts, or t-shirt among men. not really sure how to describe him. He has a channel. You probably should check it out. He's got some great opinions. He does some great gameplay. He's a little bit of everything, and he has a friend called Bath Matt. We're talking to T-Shirt Historian this evening. What's going on, T-Shirt?
How's it supposed to feel?
There you go. Well, now you and Tom are
Squishy.
yeah.
We got ourselves a synthesized disco night tonight, baby. Woo!
What?
Let's go.
I really do like that intro music, though. It's good. It's not quite as good as Faderhead, but it's good.
I love it, man. I'm telling you that. That Effects guy is doing a great job out there, and he puts out all this stuff for free. He puts it out for free, and he puts it out there in the sphere for everybody to use. What a great man. Anyway, T-Shirt. A couple words other than what you did.
Well, man, hey, I'm happy to be here. Of course, had put in a long day. I know.
Finally. Sorry.
What?
Nothing.
It is a first, but anyway, check out T-Shirt Historian's channel. I will somehow get it into the description at some point, or my mega producer, extraordinaire editor, and otherwise bald Australian type dude named Mr. Grant Gregory is joining us today. What's up, Grant?
I don't have my synthesizer on, so just imagine this, but like Darth Vader.
All right, excellent.
What's going on, everyone?
You don't know the power of Grant Gregory.
That's true, indeed, and we appreciate our Australian representation whenever we can get it. I believe Grant has already sent the link to another Australian member of this posse. I don't see him right now, so I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, he should be here soon, hopefully.
All right, very good. And
That's
then, of course,
you got to have two Aussies on the show at the same time. Culture. You know what happens when you do that?
What happens?
Yeah. We open a vortex of some kind, and
Right.
all kinds of rainbow goodness happens.
Gators and big dick energy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Both inches. Speaking of both inches, yeah, we talked about the bicycle incident, but when it comes down to inches, the biggest inches this weekend was in Texas. All of them, every single inch of awesome was there. We had the Friday Night Tights meetup along with the Fan Expo in Dallas, and lots of great things happening from that corner of the earth. We also had the full interview in the last week coming to us from, the bed shitter. Bed shitter did she not only dropped a grumpy there, but she dropped a grumpy on NBC News in an exclusive that they aired two parts of on the Today Show. I think we'll probably get a chance to look a little bit more deeply into that. And kind of, it's a freeform show tonight, as it always is on a Culture late night stream. But look, we have a man, or in this case, a puppet, on the street.
Well, we got some bad news, Culture. I'm so sorry. Jolly's, last time I saw him, he was walking into a bar. We have some exclusive footage, but I don't know what happens after this footage. The audio is not the best, but it doesn't matter because the video says it all.
Excellent.
I apologize, friends. I know you want to see Jolly tonight. Unfortunately, he is either still at the bar or somewhere else. I'm not sure, but anyway, let me.
While you bring that up, let's say hi to all the amazing humans that have joined us this evening. There's 84 of you in the chat. If you can all punch that like button and share out the stream, we would appreciate it. Of course, we have the mensch of wrenches, the master of mods, Eric K, who was here first. And Ruben Christopher Haynes asks, who works for number 2? Well, maybe Amber does when she's trying to get it ready for a bed.
Who does number 2 work for?
Amber Heard. We've got alt-right drunk 3PO here, rocking a great avatar. I love that, my friend. Who's here? Third of all. We've got the ever lovely Sherry joining us with Taleem29. What is up, my friend? Let's see. Rolling through the audience is our good friend, Accidental Tourist, who's accidentally touring lots of places, which I think is awesome. We've got Dragon Master 360. And, of course, Fletcher Williams. You suck at games, but You're a great human being. Thank you for being here. Fletcher, we've got Das Wolfen saying hello all. Hello to you, my friend. Digital Remnant is here. The boss, who happens to be in the other room, I can hear her typing frantically away at each and every one of you, says hello all indeed. Low Spec Linux Laptop is here. Brahma Bull, who I got to hang out with in Texas. This dude is cool. He's very cool, dude. Can't wait to hang out with him again soon. We've got Fat Elvis out there and just a few other folks. Looks like who else is checking in from Parts Beyond? Dr. Dragon is here. We've got Mr. Steven Ransom out there in the world. Let's see. There looks like Diablo Dame. Great to see you, Diablo Dame. Mr. Deleted Scenes, otherwise known as Steven. What's up, my friend? Let's see. Who else? Do you guys see anybody else out there? We've got other folks dropping through the chat. DS Ford is here. Judicon, Darth Scipio, and so many others, including Tina Guzman.
I see a lot of Cotton Connection members in the
There
chat.
is.
Imagine that. Yeah.
We have Cotton representation. Speaking of that, Christian Delorme from Canada with a Canadian $5 says, running 3 business and still have time to be on YouTube. Buddha or Buddy, you have my respect. Speaking of Buddha, did you guys see what I put as the pinned comment for today's stream?
I did not.
Oh, it's interesting. We'll get into it. Or actually, Tom will get into it. And you like my car. Love from Canada. I love your car, bro. I love that style of car. I can't wait to see that car. I want to drive that car. Baby, you can drive my car. We got Rainbow Knight here. Criticible the Rainbow Knight saying, I have enough prismatic power for the panel. Oh, the secret is I'm straight. I did not know that. But it wouldn't matter anyway because I don't. All are welcome. Of course, we've got Glinzer here giving us a little bike fail, which is true. Mike likes tacos. Sean Connery speaks Espanol. There you go. That's kind of how I did it. Tina Bojan is here. Karanet82 is here. Why do I feel like I'm just saying hi to thousands of people? Larry, a name so nice you have to say it twice. Larry. I think I said DS4. We got Society Reviews. He was hanging out with us this morning on the Sunday Culture Review. He's awesome. Check out his channel and all the work he does for Bounding and everywhere else. Dude's done more movie reviews than I think anybody does in a year. It's really cool. Duck Nation is here. People are being squishy out there. Southern Belle is here. Greetings, young lady. So many other folks. If I didn't get to you, it wasn't intentional. I'm sure we'll say hi to you during the course of the show, but we must move on because we have exclusive footage or inches from the meetup in Dallas. You ready for this, Snowdub?
Okay, this is not viewer discretion advised to all. I know this is a late night show, but just in case the kiddies are up still watching, we might want to give a little discretion.
See, and this is where I want our good Australian friend Lethal Lightning.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Thank you, because he has a clip that says, "Hey, kiddies, go on." I don't.
Right, that would work. Right.
Go to bed, kiddies.
Maybe we can play it. Well, we could play it again for him maybe later when he gets back or when he gets here, but.
All right.
Now,
before I forget, every time I see Das Wolfen, yeah, I always think of Das Model. Sie ist ein Model und sie sieht gut aus. You know,
okay. I probably just got canceled, but we're good. All right, here we go. We got 90 people in the chat now, and we are showing you exclusive Dallas footage or inches from the Texas FNT meetup or Fan Expo.
Now, like I said, the audio is not the greatest.
All right. Well, I can hear it. I can't hear.
Oh we are a little bit starstruck, as you can see. We're here with Johnny, and it is so good to see him. Cuter than we thought. What can I say?
Should have done some ADR.
Yeah.
Well,
you got your hand fixed.
Well, he's spitting game.
He's buying, I think.
Games to be sold.
Shall we give Johnny a little kiss on the cheek?
Oh, I saw Punkwaddle back there.
Here we go.
Was that Abu Nas walking in the back there? No, it wasn't.
No, it was not. But
very blurry.
What was going on there was some very interesting beginnings to probably a night full of fun for Jolster. So I don't think we'll be seeing Jolly tonight. I believe he is busy.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I do apologize for that. He's in somebody's hotel room somewhere.
That reminds me of like an interesting thing. But man, thank you for sharing. I'm sure you must have more clips out there. We've got another super sticker from Christian DeLorme for $4. Thank you for that, my friend. And of course, Mr. Gregory, who's been a member for 6 months or 9 months as a Rewards Club member, says, "Let's go, UNTZ." Oh, I'm not going to use the C word. Yeah. Do you realize how canceled I would be in my own household if I actually said that word?
You'd be respected in mine.
Yeah, I know. It's the difference between America and Australia. Speaking of the difference between America and Australia, we have Larry for $2 saying, Amber Turd spotted shopping at TJ Maxx. Poopy emoji, indeed.
I was gonna say, Tom, can we get a crybaby sound for every time we say Amber Heard?
Tom has.
There you go.
Holy cow!
I knew he had one.
That was just me.
Wow. Dang, you're uncredible, dude. Seriously. We got 6 in the chat for $2 saying horse. This is not the right program.
Right.
And only a few of those are actually horses. I see zebras, unicorns. That's a bull.
I got that clip if you want it.
That's a cow.
No.
Right.
That's one of the ones that isn't going to make it onto this stream. But thanks, T-shirt. I appreciate the support.
Sure.
Christian DeLorme showed up again with another Canadian $5. My friend, thank you for sponsoring this evening's show. Tom Connors is underrated. I agree. The man puts Wisconsin on the fly map.
I thought you were in Minnesota.
No.
Minnesota.
No. But he is familiar with the Oopers.
I can't drive in Minnesota.
What, really?
Yeah. I got pulled over once and I couldn't find my insurance stuff, so I got an insurance ticket. And by the time the guy got back to the car, I had the info, and he still gave me the fucking ticket. So I'm like, fuck you in this state.
Oh.
Okay.
Tom makes friends everywhere he goes.
So like every time I go to get my license, they remind me that I can't drive in Minnesota. Unless I pay the fine or whatever. And it was some outrageous fine. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Well, not surprising. We also have our good friend, that 70s rock fan, rocking a $10 Canadian super chat. Thank you. We've got major Canadian representation in the chat this evening, folks. Says, looks like I'm going to have to pay to get some love from culture. I feel grubby now. Well, I look, I would not leave.
That's how prostitution works. I mean,
and just didn't feel loved.
I wouldn't leave him without a towel. And you know what, 70s, we'll get you in here again in the very near future. I actually have a really cool guest that is possibly going to be on this panel next weekend. And I'll wait to drop it. I'll wait to drop it at for maybe later in the stream. We've got a couple other folks that will potentially join us this evening. I'm still hoping that we get a lethal, because I heard there was a possibility of a lethal. And like I said, we hung out with some great humans on the Sunday Culture Review, and I think one of those folks might show up as well. I'm
trying to stay quiet so that I don't wake up Baphomet. So
keep Baphomet. I imagine Baphomet will show up at some point, because all nether demons do. But Salty Texas C has been around for 7 months now. Says, eat your creamy Italian salad culture. No. Gastronomical distress would have occurred. By the way, we had incredible food. Food.
Why do they keep saying horse?
I don't know.
Stop it, Six. Stop it.
It's the wrong panel. I don't have the clip. I don't even think I can possibly upload it here. There's something that bars it from my channel. I'm not sure what it is. Celljock.
The boss.
What?
The boss.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. Shellback TJC for $2 says, wins the booty and booby breaks. Also not on this channel. Look, this.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no. God damn it.
T-shirt. No.
Sorry.
no. There's
They
no
keep
horse.
asking for horse.
I know. Six is asking for a lot of horse. She's been a member for 8 months. The Six is awesome, by the way. Six has the link. I don't know why Six isn't here.
She's horsing around, obviously.
Yeah, she's definitely doing a lot of horsing around. Speaking of horse, so what was the name of the famous lady that arranged a system of pulleys to engage with a steed?
Pardon?
Was it Catherine the Great? Catherine the Great was interested in horses.
Yeah, Catherine the Great. Yeah, she was the one that invented the pulley system with it. Yeah.
So was Zorro, right?
No, I don't think Zorro. No, but I do know it's a historical fact. You can look it up. Why you would, I don't know. But hey, why that's in
I'm
my
a historian.
head, I also don't know. Yeah, well, you wear t-shirts.
Well, she needed the leverage for it to be able to be a successful coupling.
I really don't need more information. Christian DeLorme for a Canadian $5 says, "Come to Canada, Tom. I will feed you barbecue in Old Milwaukee, and we'll go for a spin in my '87 Trans Am. I'm going to come to Canada for that exact kind of treatment. Tom, you coming with me? It will take a roadie.
Oh, death while having sex with a bull or horse.
Why not?
Why did you look that up?
Because I had to. I'm a historian. I have to look these things up. It's a historical figure, and
you did
wow. Wow. The story holds that the harness holding the bull above her broke, and she was crushed to death.
Yeah, look, Darcipia says it's not a true story. Really? I don't know, but true stories. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the man of girth, the man of worth. His waistline is under siege. That's Steven Seagal. Well, there he was.
That was great. Someone kicked me back. That was cool.
No. There are many hands on the tiller right now. So
are any of them blue and furry?
I don't know. I imagine Jolly's already found at least one tiller this evening.
He doesn't call it a tiller.
Jolly found a lot of things tonight, and they're pretty sexy. Just saying.
Yeah, I can tell from the in-depth photo.
Right.
Guys, look, if you ever get an opportunity to go to a meetup, and I know I say this a lot, but it's the truth, and ask this guy over here. Do it. Everybody in our fellowship is amazing. If you get a chance to meet any of them, you should. I don't know how else to describe it. What would you say, Soda?
Well, that's my first meetup, because Culture's been to several, so this was kind of like breaking my cherry here, but it was definitely surreal, amazing, almost euphoric. And so meeting these people for the first time after spending literally years with some of them, streaming, doing shows, watching them grow, and then to be able to shake hands, bump elbows, clink drinks. It was it's something I'll cherish and hold on to for the rest of my life, and I can't be more thankful for it. So I look forward to the next one, and I really appreciate my camaraderie that I've established over the years with this YouTube thing, and it makes me love you guys even more. So hail to all you YouTubers that bust your ass making this great content, and hail to all you guys in the chat for showing us support and continuing to give us love and horse super chats, you assholes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Lots of horses still. All right. Let's see. Wow. Christian DeLorme for another Canadian $5 is a joke for casino. Oh, it's a dad joke. This will be fun. It is Father's Day, by the way. Did you call your dad? Did you?
No.
Anyway, he says a joke for casino. Dad.
Yeah, I
joke.
called him a lot of names today.
Oh.
I called him. You're not my dad.
I don't know where mine is.
No, I'm kidding. We hung out for a little bit. I bought him steak.
You are a good son, Tom. I don't care what anybody else says, but he says a dad joke. Why did the Siamese twins moved to London? Well, I don't know. So the other one can drive.
What the? Can't applause that. I can't applause that.
Actually, I actually really appreciate it.
That's pretty clever.
That was very good. Das Wolfen, I am so sorry. Every time we look at the world, we have to recognize the people that we've lost, and that have influenced us. But even on days like today, Father's Day, we can just be grateful that they were in our lives, and they got us to where we're at. At least that's how I look at it. I was very blessed with lots of wonderful family and role models. So yeah, lots of people. Gosh, I'm so very sorry, guys. Again, remember them. Oh, by the way,
Purple.
Well,
purple.
she was just in that video. So is Jolly with her, or I don't know. Anyway,
I call Tom Daddy.
Yeah, lots of people have lost their fathers, guys. I know. Gosh, I'm sorry.
Does Tom still owe you $300?
It's $500.
Come on, man.
And he owes me $500.
No, you owe me $500.
You know me.
With inflation,
Fuck you.
what is that in Canadian money? Like $12,000?
It's a passport.
Oh, all right. Speaking of a passport, do you know what didn't get a passport when it went to the theaters or the box office, guys?
Ezra Miller?
No.
Top Gun.
I promise we'll get there. No. Although Top Gun doesn't need a passport. No.
They got a jet.
Debbie does Dallas.
Nah, this thing spread more disappointment than Amber Heard. Box office for Pixar's Lightyear underwhelms at $51 million.
Goddamn unibrow.
Yeah, that is not.
I call that a win, baby.
Yeah,
yeah.
Exactly. Das Wolfen says Lightyear crashed and burned. Did anybody see this coming?
I don't want to see Buzz coming.
I think the better question was who didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was coming. Yeah, definitely. I didn't want to see this succeed.
Look, and Tom, in all of his wisdom, knows the truth about young folks because he is still a kid at heart. He is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and dinosaurs. Tom, what beat Lightyear?
Dinosaurs.
That's right.
Yeah. So is he saying
if they had nunchucks, they'd really be like beating them?
That would be awesome.
Did he just say we're not young or cool or hip like Tom?
I guess not.
I wasn't saying any of that. Oh wow, we're getting a Doomcock raid. Thank you, Rob Altus. I appreciate that, and the support of Overlord DVD Doomcock.
Awesome. That's cool.
Nice.
How did Top Gun do?
Well, let's read through this story very quickly. Although these are not the most up-to-date numbers, which we'll get tomorrow morning, I imagine, on the 6-Minute Daily, but to infinity and beyond, not exactly. It looks like it debuted to a lackluster 51 million in, this is amazing to me, 4,255 theaters, and it only stumbled to 51 million. Family audiences in the movie's prime demographic just haven't returned to theaters. Now, that's an excuse and not the truth. They've returned to theaters, just not for this film. Because guess where they were, Tom? Tom, you know where they were.
Back to normal.
No, but they went to see a different film.
They went to see the dinosaurs.
That's right. It's dinosaurs. And that seems to be the answer to everything. But you know what else Dad wanted to see on this holiday weekend? That's right. Look, Disney was expecting to generate at least $70 million with this. It cost them $200 million to produce, and they spent giant sums of money to promote it, and it just didn't happen. So internationally, it's not exactly rocking the box either, because guess what, folks? 34.6 million.
And that's their own fault, and they're going to blame it on us.
They are. This is the excuse that Disney has in their pocket because of the people they employ.
Well, we're isophobes, so they'll immediately bounce it right back to the big channels that covered it and blah, blah,
Well,
blah.
I said this before. They put this, and this is what everybody who I know who's seen it said, and that is that the whole gay kiss thing clearly could have been cut out, and nobody would have noticed. That's how it was obviously planned. But now that they have been called out so many times for this shit, they know they can't do it anymore. So instead, they're sacrificing these foreign markets, and that's what's going to male fans. Yeah, what Elvin said.
Yeah. Apparently, because we're the chipmunks. CHIPMUNK. Speaking of which, look, this is the truth. Tim Allen is Buzz Lightyear. There was no reason to put Chris Evans in that voice role.
It's
was.
Buzzkill Lightyear now.
The reason
Well,
they took him just because it was easier to get Captain America to voice Buzz Lightyear and try to transfer over the popularity of Captain America Marvel films to a Disney franchise, Pixar. That's why the did it.
I feel sorry for Chris Evans.
I feel sorry for Captain America.
Chris Evans is horrible. He was one of them guys in one of the videos, the montages where they tell you how to vote. Yeah, he was all up in there.
Oh, the naked ballot?
Yeah, you remember.
Yeah, they're all fucking Chris
Yeah,
Rock.
he was being America's ass to America's peen, and I didn't appreciate that.
Now he's America's full ass.
Don't tell me how to vote, Cap.
Culture, can we,
Yeah, go ahead, T-shirt.
Can we talk about a movie I really want to see next week?
No, indeed. What do you want to see?
I've already got tickets for the 5 p.m. showing on the 23rd of Elvis.
Oh, well,
I'm a fan. I want to see that very much.
I'm a big fan of Elvis too, but I have to say, I don't know if I'm going to be comfortable listening to Tom Hanks's version of the Colonel.
It's going to be Tom Hanks playing Elvis. That's playing Tom Hanks. Let's get it right.
No, it's the Colonel. He's playing the Colonel.
He's playing the Colonel.
Same thing. Tom Hanks plays himself with a different name.
All I know is that this was very disappointing, and I think the Elvis film got a lot of raves over at Cannes.
Mm-hmm.
Did it win an award?
I think it won a Palm the fuckhead or whatever those things are called. But anyway, sorry guys, this is a late night stream. I might say bad words. Anyway, so
well, then say that other word.
No, I won't say that word. I get in trouble for that word.
Which one?
The C word. I'm not allowed to say it.
See you next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Shit happens.
That C word, cartoons.
Especially on Johnny Depp's side of the bed, magically. But anyway, so even with a 60% decline week over week, Jurassic World Dominion stayed on top, generating $58.6 million. By the way, how long has Top Gun Maverick been in theaters?
3 weeks.
A long time.
4 weeks, I think.
$1 million so far this weekend.
Yep.
Wow. Dads want to see certain films.
Yep.
You do. This film, Top Gun Maverick, I'm going to say, has had an astounding trip at the box office. I think Tom would agree, and probably all of you would, that there's no way that we would have expected this to fall off as little as it did. Right? It fell off fractionally from week to week. What it did is impossible. It's on its way to $1 billion. What
about the lawsuit going up against Top Gun?
That's going to get knocked down really fast. Yeah, $466 million in the North American market, in the domestic market. That's insane. And let me tell you, this thing will be at $1 billion. It'll be the biggest film of Cruise's career. Tom, what do you think?
It already is.
Well, yeah, I think that's true. That's true.
I believe
only by the numbers it is.
Yeah.
I think maybe some of the Mission Impossibles may have done better overall, but I believe in the U.S. this is his biggest box office.
Yeah.
Some guy named George is really popular in the audience.
He is. I have
George. He's got a link.
Jorge.
He does have a link.
He's got a beautiful soul.
Speaking of George, and he's going to jump to the front of the line for a minute, and we'll get through the rest of the super chats in a second. George Molo for 1999 says, "All hail my brothers, you beautiful bastards." Thank you. Where is Bat Tom singing Elvis?
Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. Was down at the end of Gotham Street at Arkham Hotel.
Fat Steven, did he steal your line or did you steal his?
He stole my line.
I'm Fat Whammon. He's Bat Tom. There's a difference.
He steals everything.
Yeah, I steal everything.
It's not stealing if you're paying homage.
Homage.
What?
Homage.
I'm not homage. Fuck off.
Stop talking to yourself.
Speaking of which, thought I heard him sing just now. It rang out like a bat signal. It always does. It came in like a wrecking ball, actually, to this stream. But
that was
thank you for the super chat, George. You are a man among men, and you have a link. We have Christian DeLorme for another Canadian $5.
Wasn't I supposed to sing him? Christian wanted to hear Disco Inferno.
Oh, can you do that? Can you do that?
Did you skip that super chat or did I miss it?
No, I don't skip super chats.
I think you accidentally missed it.
Oh well, then sing a song out loud, out strong.
I'm trying to remember how does Disco Inferno go? Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Burn, baby, burn.
Why is
Something
he
like that,
directing
right?
traffic?
Well, I just want to say thank you again, Christian DeLorme, for being tonight's sponsor. Not to be sponsored by me, but thank you, CultureCasino, for putting yourself out there and entertaining me. I'm entertaining to me, which is really bad news.
Disco Inferno does have a badass bass beat when you think about it,
doesn't it?
Kind of does,
it's like
yeah.
bum, 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 bum. It just keeps rolling, and you're just like, ah.
You speaking of Bay City Rollers? Oh wait, that's not them. But Bay
City Rollers.
Yeah,
What?
They were pretty good too. We got
They were
Eric K
all right.
out there for $2 saying, "I heard parents that did go walked out upset." Look, we've had testimonials from folks on previous shows that said they walked out of the theater halfway through. One of them was Rogue Disney.
Ooh.
So
It's bad.
it not, and it's not Leroy Brown. So there you are. We've got Glinzer for $2 saying fans want Toy Story, not Soy Story.
It's Buzzkill Light Beer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ow.
Buzzkill Light Tears.
Didn't sound good. Eric Case rolls in with another $2 saying culture cannot say cantaloupe. No, I can say cantaloupe.
Antelope.
There we go.
Cantaloupe.
Our good friend Nikki D for $5 asks us, what do you make of Chris Hemsworth's recent comments about Thor 4 probably being his last MCU film?
That's weird. 'Cause
Surprise.
wasn't he just saying that he'll be playing Thor until they stop him?
Mm-hmm.
All
Then
I know
again-
is he's been getting jacked up for that Hulk Hogan movie, hasn't he?
Didn't he shoot that already?
I thought
Did
it
he
was
shoot it?
done.
I thought
Maybe
he
he
shot
did.
it already. Yeah,
Oh, I seen photos of it.
maybe, maybe not. But
I thought that was done.
unless he's shooting it now,
Did they just
I wouldn't be surprised if they replace him with Lady Thor.
Mhm.
The latest rumor going around is her and Valkyrie get it on.
Oh God.
Scissoring.
They also said that this is the first actual Marvel MCU film that has nudity in it, right?
No.
Yeah, with Thor's ass.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, that.
Didn't they show Star-Lord's ass too, though?
I don't think they did. I don't remember.
One day ago says Love and Thunder might be his last Marvel film.
He's probably getting too fucking expensive too. On top of it,
Show the workouts. Too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this wrapped, but maybe not.
what's it say on IMDb?
Well, that's never accurate.
No, but they usually have shooting dates on there.
That's true.
Yeah, act like I'm fucking wrong, Culture.
I did
All
not.
right.
I
All I
didn't.
know is,
Hey, everyone.
Hulkamania rules, brother. That's all I know.
Because, well, dude, I grew up in that time frame. I was the perfect Hulkamania kid. Speaking of perfect Hulkamania,
I got in big trouble for calling his 900 number.
who?
Oh.
Hulk Hogan's.
Let me
Oh,
tell
did
you
you?
something, brother.
Why?
Yeah.
Mine was Freddy.
Well, I
Terry-
called that one too, but yeah.
Yeah.
That one was only like 50 cents though.
Terry's a great dude, right? Someday we'll have a conversation about Terry. But let's see. Hulk Hogan movie.
Suburban Commando's his best movie.
Oh, I love that one. The Nanny was.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
Did you know that Suburban Commando is actually meant to be a parody sequel to Commando?
Mm-hmm.
No way, really?
Ivan Reitman was gonna direct it with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. And then he turned it down. Instead of, he decided to do twins. It was supposed to be him and Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito was supposed to play the Christopher Lloyd part.
That would have been so good.
And it was supposed to be about Commando taking a vacation. So then when they turned it down, they changed it to a space Commando. And Hulk Hogan got involved in all that
Tom,
shit.
there are
Yeah.
no dates on this Hogan thing, dude.
Yeah, they might not have started filming yet. I don't know.
I thought it was.
But I thought I saw pictures too, like Snow said. So I thought maybe they were done with it already.
I don't know. But George dropped another $9.99. My goodness, my friend. And he says, where's the link? It's in the chat. You're in the group.
I sent it to you too.
I just hope George never likes that stupid horse clip because he's He's one of those types, I could tell.
Yeah, he is.
I've lived
there we go.
a life that's full. I've battled each and every rogue I've crossed.
Okay.
But in the end, I did it my way.
Indeed.
Please don't ever do that again.
I will do whatever I want. I'm better.
Do it again.
All right, so wrapping up this
Joker,
conversation.
is that you?
No. It's applause.
That's you're so crazy.
What the hell
wow.
was that?
That was almost a Joker. Speaking of which, let's wrap this one up. Do you think it's empty words? That's a good question. What do you guys think?
He might be shooting for a better contract.
Yeah, that does sound like contract language, right?
I think.
Because isn't he supposed? I don't know. See, originally I think he was supposed to be in Guardians 3, but I think now those got fucked up.
You have your echo on.
Yeah,
Yep, you do.
If your echo on.
Yeah, I hit the button. I didn't hit it hard enough.
That's what she said.
Maybe it'll depend on how badly Thor 4 does. That's
Yeah.
I guess what it is.
I think Thor 4 is going to crash and burn like Pompeii.
But that's it. Though. Let's look at the ass shot. We don't really see in any MCU films. If they're directing this, let's say at a teen to a kid audience for superheroes, why are you putting nudity? It's the same thing with the Buzz Lightyear. Why are you putting the gay kiss and they can cut out anyways? It's the same stuff. They're putting this thing in there that's literally going to drive away what people are not expecting to see in a film. Like they're not nailing anything but their own coffin.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's a great assessment.
I think so.
Speaking of great assessments, we've got Steven, otherwise known as Deleted Scenes. Check out the channel for $5 saying, if Lightyear costs $200 million, does that mean Aqua Lady left that much on Pirate Guy's bed?
Ooh.
Damn.
Wow.
He's saying that Buzzkill Lightyear is shit.
Yeah.
Big
Lightyear.
time. Big time.
Insane. And of course, our good friend Mecha J for $5 says the following: Lightyear seems like a movie that was supposed to kickstart a new franchise, but with its poor box office, that seems unlikely.
Well, but that's because you got a bunch of little boys that grew up with Buzz Lightyear that became young men, maybe had little boys of their own, and found out that Buzz and his toy buddies, which, by the way, I just want to point this out. Buzz is the only white man puppet in the entire, or toy in the entire show. But besides that, these boys don't want to go see that crap. They don't want to see a couple of boy puppets kiss. I keep trying to get that point across. I have a 12-year-old son. He grew up on Toy Story 2 as one of his favorite movies growing up as a child, and he had no interest in seeing this movie. So...
Mm-hmm.
Tom, you have every sound effect known to man, I think.
That is not me.
Oh, was that
Sorry.
you?
I'm muted.
I farted.
Wasn't me.
All right.
That was me.
It was good
well,
timing. I'll give it that.
Speaking of incredible Joker voice, go check out Joker Voice's channel, because Joker Voice actually does a Joker voice and is a voiceover artist. Great channel, great friend. We've got Andy Masterson out there saying this. Do you know how to say this yet, Tom? I mean, you work with like the most Norwegian dude ever.
Oh, Clitoris Mjolnir.
I see.
Clitoris Mjolnir.
Okay. I'll take your word.
Mjolnir.
I'm not rolling my tongue for anybody. I'm sorry.
I'm not rolling it. It's just a hard R.
Sure thing.
No, wait, we don't do hard R's here. So.
By the way,
we're racist.
Toy Story 2 was one of those movies I had to watch 5,000 times.
Really?
Because he was 2 and he loved it.
No
He had to watch it over and over again. Right? Yeah, it was terrible. But
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Did you guys hear this weird thing? And somebody brought it up in the chat, and it popped in my head, and now it's gone. Do you think that Disney's going to lose the theme parks in China?
Yeah.
Not if it makes some money.
No. Do you think China will take the Disney theme parks? Because I've now seen that reported in a couple of places that has like they're.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's possible. At this point, they almost got to diverge themselves from them, don't they?
Well, it's not like it's the big R over in Europe, formerly with USS in front of it. But yeah, I mean, since they went after ukulele.
Are you saying that I'm living like communist for no good reason?
Well, yeah.
What is this shit?
Well, well, speaking of shit,
I still wait in line for bread.
Right, but actually you are an entrepreneur now.
Yes, this is true. I have a new service called Netflix where I bring my videotapes to your house and I show them to you and you can watch them with me. And I have t-shirts. T-shirts with Netflix on them so you can check them out and they help me buy more videotapes.
That's right, because we need more videotapes, and if Six is here, hopefully she will drop the link. Boosh says the following. CultureCasino, the quality of their productions have gone down, indeed. They're still Disney, but they're losing money. I think that's probably true. And Joker Voice says what we all fear. China can take the parks at any time. Disney can't do anything about it. Yeah, don't get in bed with a government. It's bad.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about the whole Chloe Bennett and Quake, and if the Agents of Atlas that's still going into production, how well that's going to do, because that's going to be kind of like a sequel coming from a WandaVision in a way, right? Because they're using the same agent is in charge of. You guys don't know this?
Say this again.
Quake is supposedly joining Agents of Atlas, right? And the leader of the Agents of Atlas is the same dude that was playing the agent in WandaVision. So that they might try to tie WandaVision into Agents of Atlas. I'm worried about that.
Wow, I don't know what they're doing right now. It doesn't matter,
bro. Geekosity.
It doesn't matter. Oh, I believe you. Mikey's been killing it lately.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know what they're doing with Star Wars. I don't know what they're doing with Marvel.
They don't even know what they're doing.
I think that's true. And Joey says in the chat that China already took them. Disney just hasn't owned up to it. Oops.
Probably they need somewhere else to put internment camps. What?
Well, look. We already know they've had issues. They've lost a boatload of money. I mean, I was looking at the stock price again, still rocking it at $94. So it's sub 100, like I said it would be. I'm still waiting for it to hit $87 because that's the point at which I go. Maybe somebody I know that still could tolerate them could put money into them at that point.
Is Godzilla coming?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
Would
the ground rumble, or how would be?
I don't know. I just keep hearing boom, boom, boom. Yeah, like that.
Oh, that's a t-shirt.
Is that me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is you. I am kind of worried about that rumors about Hugh Jackman could join a Star Wars project.
Huge ass man.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. The same with Hardy's Venom 3 is the last one, and there's an extended cut of No Way Home hitting theaters.
Speaking of ass men, right? I mean, because that's kind of that's.
That's Jolly's category, like the booty breaks. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, well, not necessarily. Although I don't have any of those clips, kids. But
he is an ass man. I'm just saying.
He is. Yeah. Speaking of other ass men, we've got this thing happening that Midnight's Edge.
Get it off the screen. Get it off the screen.
But really, okay, so. What are they going to do? Because
nothing. There's nothing to do.
I've watched 2 different Midnight's Edge versions of this catastrophe. What are they going to do?
That's the thing though with this though, like all the people that are trying to give the opposite point of view, that the people that reached out to me and give me all this video and timelines and stories, they've gone radio silent. They're done. But whatever's been going on, it's at this point now where Ezra's effed. He's effed other people who are contributing to this Flash project, especially Michael Keaton, and I forget the woman's name. And this is supposed to be we've talked about before, is that this is supposed to be a comeback for Michael Keaton's Batman, the '89 Batman, as well as him also playing Thomas Wayne. So this guy's not only screwed up other actors and actresses' careers with how things have been going down, he's also messed up any chance of the Flash having any type of legitimacy within the Snyder DCU if you want to hold it over. Every time you think of the Flash, you're going to picture Ezra Miller. And it's going to take a while to get out of that rut. It's the same thing we're seeing with Disney and their crap. Am I wrong on this, or did I just say something incorrect here?
You killed the stream. No, I'm kidding. No, it's
Tom.
It's
love you too.
At first, it was one of those situations where they were going to try and wait it out and still drop the movie next year and hope that a lot of people forgot about his nonsense. And they were, I guess now we learn that they did try to get him help. But I don't know if he just refused it or what happened. But at this point, yeah, I think you're right, Stephen, that they've kind of just like washed their hands of the situation. They've already put it out there that they're done with him, which I knew this weeks ago. And that's what I was saying, that moving forward, they were done with him. And they already kind of were trying to, because here's what was happening is it was getting out in the press that they were looking for a new Flash. And there was at least 3 individuals they were looking at and a discussion with, Dylan O'Brien being the top forerunner, pun intended. And they even discussed Grant Gustin, and they said flat out that, yeah, he's too old, doesn't have a big enough following, and it would be too confusing. So they're not even going to go down that road. And they don't even know if he's really interested anyway, because he barely signed on for this last season of The Flash. Like initially for those, he originally, it was only going to be in 15 episodes. So they went from, we're going to have like 5 episodes without him to, we're just going to do a 15 episode season. So.
Yeah, more. That is Grant Gustin. That is the CW Flash, but he's been doing it so long. He's done. And the fact is, the Flash CW has died out.
And he's like, what, in his 30s?
It's become the Iris bitch ass show. It's like he's the Flash, but it's Team Flash, and Flash doesn't seem to be solving anything except running away from the problem.
So at this point, what they were looking at doing was just putting this movie out there, and then whenever the Flash returns, it would be played most likely by Dylan O'Brien. They probably wouldn't make a big to-do about it, much like how they basically just kind of inserted Don Cheadle in Terrence Howard's place, right? Like they didn't really make a big to-do about it. It just was kind of, it would just happen. Exactly. And that's kind of what they were originally planning to do. And that was until these last 2 incidences, which Steven has been covering heavily on the first.
Oh my God, there's 3.
First half. And then now there's 3. Okay. So
let's not include the grooming for a second. First thing we had up was coming back with Mia Solange and the abuse allegations that magically disappeared. And she hit her Twitter. We haven't heard any following next. Then we had the whole, the next thing so let's go. We've had the choking. We've had the police twice in Hawaii. We've had the chick with
at least twice.
The chick with the head and the scar. Supposedly the couple that was with the passport stolen, they actually deleted a Reddit thread because they were actually trying to extort, or was coming out of like a blackmail scheme just to get money out of WB and Ezra Miller. So that's why that faltered off. And then we had Ren Turner, who was going around trying to destroy, who has an obsessive compulsive of being ignored, who literally not only leaked on Twitter, which I still have the video of Ezra's phone number.
Oh wow!
And the voicemail, and I still have that video. His gun collection, have that video still too. I'm not going to post it because I'm not crazy. And then there's been a whole bunch of other things going on to the point where there's now allegations of grooming. But Dakota, the thing with Dakota is that's the whole story is kind of messed up with is the fact if your parents at 12. You should be looking after your kids. Secondly, she's been part of Negative Ghostwriter. That was the other story that popped out when Ezra was leaking music out online. You can find that on SoundCloud as well as Dakota's SoundCloud, Instagram, and everything. But there's also a history with the Iron Eyes that are not very well done. And the Iron Eyes have been not only a shaky history of like supposedly stealing funds out of a charity. They all met and have been friends of the family. Even like Mark Ruffalo, they've been seen with. They wanted Dakota supposedly to be the next Greta Thunberg for the Iron Eyes family and the reservations. So there's the whole story isn't out there, and whatever is going to come out, it's kind of funny that it took assault, battery, and domestic assault, depending on how you look at Hawaii. And now, since the Amber Heard thing died out, abuse can't be used anymore. They've gone to grooming and they're going down the Disney road. So, like, whatever's going on, Ezra's not okay. And ever since the loss of whatever family member it was that has triggered all these incidents and heavy, like, say, chemical use, and he's off his actual medical, just prescribed whatever it is, he is off his rocker, but he doesn't have a handler. And if he does have a handler, the handler's doing jack all.
I think he lost them all. I think they all took off or he fired them. But no, okay, so you have the incident with Dakota, which again, I agree with you. The question, the parents should be questioned as to why they would even dream of allowing him to even be. Why did they wait this so long? But that one aside now, even though they got a protection order for that one, that's not the one that's doing this. The one that I think really killed it was the mother and the 12-year-old whose phone is buzzing.
It's not mine.
I've been hearing it for like the last 5 minutes.
I'm muted, so it's on me.
Eric, can I put this up and share it too? Because
of course you can.
Here, let's go through my grooming folder about Ezra. This is
before we get there, let's introduce the latest person that added. We got Society Reviews. He writes for Bounding into Comics. He's quite talented. He does movie reviews. How's it going this evening?
It's going pretty well. I didn't want to interject and just be like a random voice that came out of nowhere during the middle of you guys' conversation. So I decided, just wait up a little bit and see how you guys were doing.
Well, I am glad that you're here. I shot you the link. I didn't know if you saw it, but I'm glad that you're here. We got, of course, 170 people watching us right now, and we have a special treat from the grooming folder of Fat Stevens.
Yeah, I actually have a grooming folder. That's why I named the Ezra Miller stuff. But I'm just going to show first things. There's some history of whenever you want to pop it up. It's ready.
Yeah.
First of all, he has his own shaky history with the nude photo, stealing car when he was in his youth. So this is Iron Eyes. This is Dakota's dad. This is from 2016. But the best thing is this, and there it is, pleads guilty to burglary and 3 other charges in 2002.
That's a long time ago, though.
Yeah. There's Ezra with his family on a Facebook page of the restaurant, and they look pretty happy. It doesn't look like grooming there, does it? No, look at all the pictures underneath too. Ooh, but that Greta Thunberg and Dakota. And then we have Iron Eyes. Remember when they said that she ran away or whatever to the airport and took off to meet Ezra? This is the actual Instagram post of them dropping him off. Chase Iron Eyes tagging his daughter. There's your bullshit.
I actually own one of those ball gags. Just saying.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you guys pretty much covered what was my first question when I started hearing about this whole story. It's like, why is Ezra, like a 25-year-old actor, in any way associated with just like a random 12-year-old girl to begin with? So when I heard that part of the story, I didn't deny anything else, but that was like, okay, that's my number one question right out the gate.
Wow.
Now, the part is, I don't know, a lot of people have, and that's what I'm saying when I've had people sending me stuff that they're literally trying to find the truth and the fiction between all these allegations. Is everyone's heard of Vintage Devil? This is also known as Ren Turner, the stalker who worked with Mia Solange in the whole first assault stuff. The problem is, Iron Eyes based supposedly the whole grooming allegations against Ezra based off the lies that Ren Turner started with Mia Solange. And actually, Vintage Devil, Ren Turner actually admitted this and actually was reaching out to them. And this is all of the private DM saying Vintage Devil actually admitting that this is where it's all coming from. She is literally saying his daughter is innocent, Ezra is innocent. This is an actual conversation. And so Chase only thought the way you did because you showed him the DMs between Mia Solange, and you and Mia, even though Mia was lying. Yep. So here's the actual admittance, but we're not seeing this at all. The other part of this story is that the Iron Eyes family actually went to, I think it was Business Insider first, and they turned them down because there was not enough validation in the story and the allegations to write anything. So they got pushed to TMZ instead. And we all know how TMZ is, especially with clips with Amber Heard and shit. So yeah, I got sent all of this stuff, and Chase and her have exchanged phone numbers, all this stuff. So Chase has been in touch with Ren Turner since 2020. So if this has been being planned out, this is all allegedly, I'm going from this point, that whatever is going with the Iron Eyes family, I smell there's some pile of horse shit somewhere beyond all of this. But the second allegation, I'm waiting to hear more. I'm not saying Ezra deserves defense, but if anything we've learned from Depp and Heard in general is we can't believe 100% all allegations without getting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's still a messed up person, because I've seen the Instagram videos of them doing slow-mo, smoking ketamine and weed and all this shit. Like, I've seen it all. Like, I have seen both sides of the coin, but there's not enough coming out. And Ezra seems to be very quiet. And trolling, that was the big mess up right there. You don't troll pretending, saying, I'm in the Flash, I'm in the multiverse, can't catch me. You're not Roadrunner. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, not help at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Look at that. There's Mark Ruffalo in Dakota. Oh my God, 2016.
Well, she's an activist. She's
her family's an activist.
I know it's an activist family full of crazy.
But Paws Up is the supposed corporation or charity which Chase supposedly stole I think was it $20,000 to fund heating for the reservation. So he does not have this is and this is her at 12.
Would you answer the
phone
damn
is that?
phone?
I don't know.
It's not my phone, by the way. I just want to throw it out there.
There's a whole bunch of stuff going out there, and I'm just saying I'm not defending.
I know you're not. It's good to have all of the information, because I honestly feel like that's all people are looking for. In fact, specifically, Grant's editing a video for me right now that it's not super long, but it is important, and it's going to drop tomorrow. Speaking specifically about people just trying to get accurate information and actual coverage of news. It's an important conversation. Indeed.
There's also, I also have like the big white page that I can go through, but you saw a screenshot of it. It's an actual conversation between the person that was actually sitting in one of the pictures' living rooms. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? They were sitting in the living rooms when she was taking those pictures, Mia Solange. But there was never any hostile the whole time. those two were interacting. And he was in the house a whole lot because I think Hawaii is where they're actually recording the Negative Ghostwriter album. Anyone can look up Negative Ghostwriter. You'll find the album somewhere on SoundCloud or whatever. It's just there's so much hearsay and half stories and accusations that there's no actual.
So the stuff that we originally found and that you exposed to everybody, the girl that was making those claims on InstaFace bookgram thing or whatever.
Yeah, I have those. Yeah.
So those were garbage?
Well, you made an allegation about abuse, and yet no other victim came forward, right? And all of a sudden, she deleted or privated her Instagram, and so far, nothing else has been pushed forward. And Mia, Vintage Devil, aka Ezra versus Accountability on Twitter, which is now gone after she got hit by Twitter for the posting the phone number and all that stuff. There's so much crap. It's like sifting through shit to hopefully you find that piece of porn.
And apparently, the Bounding did a breakdown of this, the most recent stuff. Society, do you have anything you want to run down on that?
Well, actually, Spencer is the one that the details and most. He's been following the story much closer than I have. The last thing that we detailed regarding this was on Friday night. This was when we had the incident with the girl. There was another girl, apparently, like a 12-year-old who wasn't Iron Highs, and there was like allegations of that. I think that was the last thing that we had covered on Friday night. Wow. So. Yeah, so like I said, it's just been snowballing with Miller. It seems like every single week there's like a new either allegation or just like a new detail regarding Miller, because it's almost like a soap opera at this point. It's like every single week there's like a new development of what a shady guy like Ezra Miller is, and it gets to a point where when it's so much information coming out at one time, it's like maybe there's definitely some questions that need to be asked regarding this family. But overall, it's like it does get to a point where there's smoke, there's clearly fire, like something is seriously wrong with this guy. And I kind of made the joke a few weeks back that Ezra Miller is just becoming like a Batman villain in real time. But we are kind of getting to the point where he's probably like one like rigged building explosion away from literally becoming a Batman villain right now, right?
He's literally like the target of every bitch slap you see from Dynasty at this point. Every week there's something new. Every week there's something new. Every week there's something new. And like, the only thing he's done is keep quiet. But whatever's going to happen, eventually someone that's friends is going to have to actually come forward, because this whole whisper network of trying to prove things wrong without actually getting your voice out there, you're doing more harm, because he's not going to come out. Maybe he was told to keep quiet. We don't know.
Oh, he has to be, because even before this is like the guy basically couldn't keep his mouth shut. So now he's actually being quiet. I'm pretty sure someone's gotten to him and told him, "Yo, shut up and let this stuff fall by, or for us it's going to get like far worse."
Yeah, it's good, but I would argue it's already as bad as it could get. I mean, I don't think there's an easy way back here, and I think that the story that we have on the screen is probably an example of that, because, and again, Darcipio saying, if what a lot of people would think. I mean, if there's smoke, there's fire. But let's get into it, because Zaslav has to deal with this somehow, and I don't know that there's a good way forward. And I know you guys talked about that for a couple of minutes, but I want to. All of these offset issues have to be addressed. How do you go about doing that? How do you address this? If you're David Zaslav, you walked into this.
He's pissed. The rumors are he's been pissed. People that when he was going down the hallways, when this Ezra Miller started going, he was up the hallways. Everyone was like staying out of the hallways. He is that livid. He is still that livid. And then he got Keaton on top of that, is supposedly livid as hell. And everyone else was working on this.
Doesn't that blow your mind? I mean, you have the return of Michael Keaton as Batman, this thing that we've been wanting to happen.
He only has one option now.
Yeah.
What is it?
Guillotine.
Well, considering they just spent $80 million 2 years ago on the fucking Snyder Cut,
right?
I think that you spend another $80 million reshooting this movie with Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're going to have to eat a bullet here one way or another. So the way I see it, there's three options. You just release the film and try to present it as, hey, look, we know all the bad stuff that's out there, but we did this a few years ago. We can't really just go back and change the whole thing. So here's the film, and then we won't do anything with him going forward. Two, you'll have to just completely blow everything up, which means that you're going to have to blow up like the next like 3 or 4 movies you have set, because Miller won't be a part of any of those films going forward either. or 3. Like I said, you're just gonna have to eat some, portion of whatever you put into this movie and be like, no, let's just reshoot all these scenes with a different actor, and that way we can at least somewhat salvage this thing. I mean,
that's the problem.
There is a salvageable thing, though, and what we do is that they release this film, but they're going to do filming of another scene, and this multiverse, Ezra Miller Flash dies, and we get a brand new Flash from another multiverse that takes over.
Doesn't matter. You still have him in the fucking movie.
Yeah, well, it's the Flash. What are you gonna do? Replace him?
I know. Well, before this, you could have done that, Steven, and that was things that they were talking about doing. The problem you have now is with these new allegations. You can't get around this. They can't get out of this. And unfortunately, as Society Reviews was kind of pointing out there, every single movie after this is predicated on this film. So they can't just ditch it. And at this point, you can't release it with Ezra Miller in it, regardless of what role he plays. Whether you're replacing him within the film or not, like, you have to completely replace him at this point. You cannot release this film is unreleasable with Ezra Miller in it.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, like Michael Keaton's like, I can't get behind this. And I'm sure that they're, if you look at it from the standpoint of they spent $75-80 million on a bunch of shit for the Justice League reshoots. Right. Yeah, I think they can justify that in this case too.
I just don't think it'll cost that much. I think
there's ways around it. Yeah.
Awkwardly inserting him where Ezra was is probably their best way forward. Speaking of which, we added 2 new panelists. Of course, the amazing
George, he got a beautiful
Snow.
Thank you.
Speaking of that, and then of course we have Lemmy himself, or the son of Lemmy. I don't know how to describe him. It's Nick.
We're pretty sure it's Lemmy's kid.
Yeah.
How's it going, Nick?
Hey.
Hello, gentlemen. You guys came into a spicy topic, or did I slide into a spicy topic?
Dude, you are up in our DMs right now, and it's
speaking of bounding into comics, like, they did a great breakdown of the Daily Beast.
I wish I had that. Do you have it up?
I don't have it handy here, but it gets deep into these recent allegations, and like regardless of the ones, whatever's going on with Dakota or whatever, like, that's one thing. Like, this is a complete other. And granted, there's no actual, let's say, diddling accusations, but just the way he conducted himself and the things he said. Something needs to be done, and this is where there's too much of this now that Warner has to do something about it. They can't not.
Well, what are they going to do? Trash the film?
No, they're going to have to reshoot it. That's their only option at this point.
Can they digitally replace his head with another?
Not technically, but what they could do is Tig Notaro him in, which
I don't know.
In Army of the Dead, they removed an actor who got Me Too'd, and they just spliced her in, and you can get away with, like, digital technology can make it so much easier.
Just replace his head with the goat from that Screaming Goat commercial, and you're good.
Unfortunately, you can't use any of his body, but yeah.
Why?
A quick thing, we talked about this last Friday, and I think the point that they were trying to make was that, well, you do have like different like Flashes, like you don't just have like solely like Barry Allen as a Flash. Is it possible to just somehow like remove his character from the universe altogether and maybe move forward with Wally West or someone like that?
So is it just a lightning bolt going around? Can you just have a lightning bolt going around the whole film, and you never see?
All right.
That'd be great.
Before we get to this article, this is a great point from Joey. Once again, Joey's killing it in the chat tonight. All of you are. Thank you for being here.
Well, and I just want to say that Andre posited a good point too, and that is another reason why we're probably hearing about all these test screenings is so that if they're gonna have to go back and reshoot this thing again, they can fix some things if they need to.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's the same reason that we're seeing the test screenings for Aquaman and everything else.
Well, that's part of it too, and that's what we were kind of told, and that was, if they're going to have to recast her, which looks like that's going to be the case.
They don't have a choice.
What if you want to have a little bit more of Mira in the movie? So they tested versions that had a little bit more of her character in there. So,
but if you put somebody that people like, in that role doing that same character, and
they were basically testing the story. They weren't testing the actor at that point. And plus, what they were getting is they were getting the backup in case Amber goes out there in the public and tries to cry foul. Then Warner can just say, "Here, look at all this here. This is all the test screening results. They fucking hate you."
Yeah. And here's the thing, Keaton is doing a reprisal of his role as the Batman.
And
for a reason, because of what Tom said. This is an introduction into the next wave of all of the DC.
As far as we know, he's already filmed his role for Batgirl,
Batgirl,
and now we're hearing rumors that he pops up in Aquaman 2.
Yeah, he does. And this is the thing. If you look down here, Keaton is like Tom Cruise. They could do a solo film with him. We could have Old Man Batman. That'd be
Returns.
Yeah. Again, Batman Returns again.
Batman returns.
No, I say here's the thing. I saw that article you had about Grant Morrison. Obviously, he's a historical DC Comics writer saying Ezra's different. No, Ezra was always that way. The difference is we're all seeing everything play out in real time. He's always been batshit nuts. The fact that like Grant has the audacity to stand up for him is fucking garbage.
Right.
That is garbage. The same way we saw the same shit with Amber Heard. It's clearly like I don't know if it's a Zack Snyder issue or Warner Bros. or one of them, but clearly they have issues with people with they casting. Granted, Ben Affleck was nowhere as bad as they were, but he had alcohol issues. All I'm just saying is it's kind of weird that all these people, besides Henry Cavill, that Zack Snyder is hiring, all have some messed up.
Actually, they said that Cavill was difficult to work with, and then you had Gal Gadot, who almost started a whole bunch of shit over some comments.
I heard
yeah,
about
so
that.
actually, each and every one of these actors has technically had some issue. Let's not forget about Ray Fisher.
And then there's Crime.
Okay. I pulled this. Cryborg. But
to be clear, though, I don't believe the Henry Cavill thing. I think they were doing that to try and make him take a less of a pay cut or take a bigger pay cut.
Yeah, they don't want to pay the dude for being the titular character in the DC universe. But DC Comics veteran writer Grant Morrison says Ezra Miller.
Okay, this is a long thing, but if there are literally any kids listening, we're not kidding. This gets a little creepy.
Please don't. That essentially Ezra is cut off all contact from pretty much everyone else for a while. Much like the rest of the world, the recent downward spiral of the Flash star, Ezra Miller has left their one-time collaborator, Grant Morrison, the legendary DC Comics scribe, with whom the actor wrote an early and ultimately unused script for the Scarlet Speedster solo outing, in a state of disbelief. The world's longest sentence, brought to you by Spencer Bakuli. The Final Crisis architect, who, like Miller identifies as non-binary, offered their thoughts on the actor's current rampage during a recent interview with the Rolling Stones' Brian Hyatt, given in a promotion of the release of the upcoming novel.
This is not the one I was talking about.
Oh, which
there's the worst one.
No, I was talking about the one with the accusations. Here, I'll see if I can find it.
Is that the interview clip right there?
All I know is that Spencer writes paragraphs as sentences.
And culture hates punctuation.
Seriously, there's only one period. Actually, there's two periods in this. That is two paragraphs that are one sentence.
Hey, culture, comma.
Oh, God, yeah, I know.
I can't find. Can somebody find the?
And then imagine like with the pronouns too, trying to like read that. It's almost like you have a stroke.
I love Spencer to death. He's one of the coolest kids on the planet. But that dude, don't do that to me. Anyway, somebody find that story, please. We'll get into it.
Where is it? I'll find it.
I want it.
I'm trying to find it.
I want to hit the.
Unless somebody can just get the Daily Beast.
I want to hit the supers. I want to hit the supers real quick. We've got We've got a performing Bat Tom here request from the great George Molo, who's on the panel now, for $4.99, who says Bat Tom singing Ghostbusters song.
Yeah, dooey, 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 dun 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 dun. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Batman.
There you go.
Oh, that was amazing.
Of course, Darius, I hope somebody clips that. Darius Munchausen says it's $1.49 in the form of a bucket of popcorn. I hope you guys all have one of those with you right now. And we have Eric K for $2 saying, who the hell is Dylan O'Brien? And why do I care? Well, that would be
he was in was it Hunger Games or
Yeah,
sorry,
and
go ahead,
actually,
Society.
he's a good-looking kid. He did a great job in the Hunger Games franchise, and he looks like kind of a Flash. He does. It would work. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow for $5 says, honestly, I think WB hopes the problem solves itself if Miller gets oopsed by officers.
If he gets deleted.
Or he selfs nap time, solving their problem without lifting a finger. I'm worried he'll hurt someone else, to be honest with you. And 6 for $5 says Nick Weiser, here's some pizza money. Well, I will send
Pizza.
Nick.
Culture and I want pizza in Vegas.
There you go. I will circumvent this process and buy Nick pizza in the very near future. And we have
what? You're going to circumcise Nick?
I didn't circumvent
again.
Different.
Again, it's not the first time he has.
Wow, you don't need half a helmet. Anyway, Nikki D for $5 says, is there any inkling as to what might replace what? Oh, excuse me, who might, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Who might replace?
Yes, we actually have a good idea who probably will. There's a very, very good chance that it'll probably be Emilia Clarke.
Really?
I thought that was going to happen. I really did.
She's going to replace.
Wow. Well, they talked to an actress.
I'm the worst.
Hamada had confirmed that, or they at least had considered an actress. And we know going from the timeline that Emilia Clarke was supposedly considered until Emmerich and Sarnoff and probably Hamada, even though he completely threw them under the bus, all stuck up for Amber and kept her in the movie, even though a lot of other people involved didn't want her there. So
we're in this weird place. I feel like we're in a totally different timeline in the universe right now.
Like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
The woke zone.
Twilight Zone was better written.
Yes, it was.
I mean, it was. I'd rather live in some of those worlds. Sorry, Society. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I mean, with all these stories, I'm just thinking back. We all saw the interview that Ezra Miller did with Gal Gadot. That was probably like 5 years ago and stuff. And it's like you could see the red flags then. So it's like, how do we get to this point where so much of DC's film future relies on Ezra Miller? It's like you want to feel bad for him in one way, but at the same time, it's like you did this to yourself.
I don't feel bad. That's why Grant Morrison was saying it was bullshit. You saw the red flags. Everyone with the damn brain saw the red flags, and Warner Bros. Chose to stick with him. They chose us to, and then the incident happened with the pregnant lady overseas. They ignored it because that's what they do for people in Hollywood in general, but even more exempt because of Ezra Miller's very obvious demographic checkboxes. They did this to themselves. So yes, granted, I don't know Zavzlav's history, and maybe he is genuinely a great guy for all I know, but he's paying for the sins of the father. And, well, the company in general, it's karma. They had a chance to do something about him, but they ignored it. Just like they ignore everyone else's issues. They just keep letting him have a chance. Now we're seeing people pay for this shit because of their mistakes. And obviously not just Warner Bros. Should be held accountable. Even some of the parents who knew about this should be held accountable too. They knew how crazy this guy was. They still lent them to fucking Ezra Miller.
Right.
And one last
going on this world.
And one last point to add to the list of people who should be pissed off at Ezra Miller right now, Christina Hudson, who, if you don't know her, she wrote Birds of Prey and produced it. Yeah. She also wrote the Flash movie, and then she also wrote the Batgirl series, which I guess is going to get a theatrical release now. I think they just made that change. But yeah, so she's directly involved in multiple projects that involve Ezra Miller and the future of the DCEU. And, well, he pretty much screwed her over as well. So you add her name to the list of people who are very, very angry right now.
And I agree with Diablo Dame. I think Bruce Campbell is perfect casting for Mira at this point.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Give me some sugar, baby.
He's going to be writing a DC comic soon, too.
Yeah, he's been
Sergeant Rock.
He's been doing that for a while, I think. I think it's nearly done.
I think you got Gary Frank on art, too. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, and Jason's here. Hi, Sci-Fi from ETV, a great channel, one I get to hang out on often. He's awesome. George, you have always a unique insight when it comes to the crazy. How crazy is Ezra Miller, and how crazy is David Zaslav for not getting him out of this film?
Yeah, I really don't understand Zavslav's position. I mean, Miller, we know, is batshit. I mean, there's nothing except that. I mean, he's gotten away with it for so long. Is that that's why he keeps upping the damage he can do. He's like, okay, it's like a kid. The kid puts your hand in the cooking jar and you're going to go, okay, you can't do that again. But nothing happens to him. He's like, I'm going to try it again. He does it again. Nothing happens. You give him a warning. Oh, do it again. He's going to break the jar. Then he's going to break everything in the kitchen. Then he's going to start tossing everything around. And the fact is, he feels invulnerable.
He also doesn't have like Toby Emmerich and Hamada now and the other ones protecting him, I think, too. So he also has that safety net taken away. That's why there's been complete utter silence from everywhere else. If you notice that, like even him, he's gone.
Yeah. And remember, he's got the whole LGBTQ, flag draped around him. So I'm sure Zaslav, being a person who's very pragmatic and looking at the bottom line, is going to look at how much is the damage worth. I'm going to fire him. The guy's going to throw a conniption fit. He's going to get on an interview. He's going to say, I've been a victim. My daddy fiddled with me. Something happened. These things have been blown out of proportion. I'm being Amber Hearded. Look at this prick. He's firing everybody who's gay. That's what that's his only way to divert attention.
Except he's just firing everybody.
You and I know that, but the normies don't, and the media are going to go with wherever they.
Yeah, the media is protecting him. A lot of people don't even know this shit is happening. It's everywhere.
They just got rid of Corey, right? The chick that was pretty much driving all unscripted there. That's because Discovery is all unscripted. He's got a shitload of talented people in unscripted. He doesn't need to worry about it. Apparently, we have a visitor from Korea. Thanks for being here, SSC TV. Good to see you.
What do you think, Culture? I'm just curious. What do you think, Zaslav?
Oh, dude, I think Ezra's toast, but I thought Ezra's toast a long time ago, and I think that the coverage that they're doing over at Midnight's Edge is accurate.
No, it is.
They're gonna try to limp this to the finish line and get it into the box office, and the least amount of money they can spend on it to make it happen, I think, is the most likely outcome. But at this point, if this keeps going, and I mean, Fat Steven would know, if any of this stuff is remotely close to true, they got to get him out of this film.
He's already gone. He's gone. There's no offense about it. Like these articles, he's gone.
We know.
The problem is finding where.
I sent you that article, by the way.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to point out that
he's still a trash celebrity. It doesn't matter what he's done, whether he is guilty of something or not. He's still trash. It's the same way we look at Hurd and Depp. They're still crappy celebrities. They're still done crappy things. It doesn't excuse their previous actions. It just means that for the moment, they got what they deserved.
Right, but let me ask the question again. Why does anyone think that Zaslav has not terminated him already?
He probably has.
Well, Zos. Okay, so
$200 million though, probably too. He has to put over his head.
Here's why: red carpet premiere is super awkward. Hey, where's our star of the movie?
Not there.
He's in that jail cell over there.
He's on the run from the police.
That's why he needs to grow a pair. Stop worrying about what some demographic community think. Reshoot the damn movie and actually win the goodwill of your fans for one day.
I think that's what they're in the process of. It's just the last few incidences between the accusations put out there by the first set of parents, and then now this more recent one is the more. This is one they can't get away from.
But that's it, though, because if the Mia Solange ones were actually accurate and true, that would have caused a burning down of the building months ago, and it didn't. It fizzled out. Why? Because there wasn't enough validity. So, that's what it was taking. If this was serious back when Mia Solange's accusations came through, this would have already been into effect.
It should have already been there, though.
Yeah, it should have been, but that's it.
The guy's a wheel of broken. And look, real quick, because this is important, because Larry brought it out.
Oh, shit.
Zaslav is full woke. Yes, he is. Well, actually, he is corporate woke. Corporate woke, full woke, different things. Full woke are the people who are invested. They're activists. Zaslav is not full woke. Zaslav's a businessman taking advantage of somebody else's money. And he's going to do that for a long time, but he's cutting the shit out of budgets everywhere. You're about to see even more hacks coming out of the budget in the very near future.
But then tell me, why does he allow the stuff? We talked about this 2 weeks ago. Why does he allow the stuff that Discovery Plus is doing?
I'm telling you right now, some of that stuff was probably under
drag queen shows for kids.
Look, there's a certain
that was under like the Lifetime, the TLC brand, which is also in the Discovery family. So I'm pretty sure that was someone in their like reality TV people who were responsible for that.
Hey, Mags.
there are certain things that happen here, there, and everywhere that you can't possibly. He's a micromanager. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Tom can go into great deal on that, but it doesn't change the fact you can't oversee everything. And there's certain people that you allow to green light stuff. Netflix had this problem where they let everybody green light stuff. At least Zaslav tries to keep that kind of shit to the minimum. But look, Zaslav is full woke, and you can go check out the video that I did a bonus video on Friday about the boys club or girls club or the boys and girls club that is the Sun Valley retreat that happens up at the a particular area every single year, where you get the media tech elite all together in one location to basically plan the human destruction that they're going to carry out over the course of the following year.
Epstein Island?
And no.
Are you talking about Bilderberg?
No,
or WEF.
Bilderberg was completely different. This is called Sun Valley, and it like I said, I did the video on Friday. If you want a chance to take a look at what that is, do your own research. I like to say that. Do your own research. After you watch the video, you'll find out that these people have been doing this forever, and they conspire, collude, other words like this, to essentially present to you what they think is appropriate media consumption for all of us, which drives me bananas. But anyway, I wanted to get that out there. Go ahead.
Now, if you wanted to know where Zaslav stands, here's a real quote that I'm going to read to you right here. This is something that he said in an interview with CNBC. He said that CNN has the greatest group of journalists in the world. Now, if you're wondering, if you're wondering when exactly he said this back in February of current year.
Wow.
So,
now,
just throwing it out there.
This is the weird thing, right? So he says
yeah,
that.
but didn't he? I was gonna say, then did he shit can half those fuckers?
Yeah, and he got rid of, and then he got rid of CNN Plus, and then wait for it, John Malone, the guy that made this whole thing come together, where Discovery and Warner Media joined forces, right? In Warner Brothers Discovery. He hates CNN passionately. He's been killing them for years. He's been on Fox Business and many other channels. He's the primary money man behind everything Discovery. He hates CNN. He wants them to return to normal news, fact-based programming. And guess what? That's the bus they're driving, if you listen to what Licht has been talking about in the background. And that guy wants to get paid. Unlike Zucker, who didn't care. He was trying to navigate the world through his own prismatic view.
I talked to a couple people who know Zaslav or know people who know Zaslav.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's probably middle America woke more than I would say.
That's not woke.
No. Yeah, he's a family man. He believes, in hard work. He believes in, if it's not working, then you fix it. Yeah. Right. So as far as the rest of the stuff, George, I have a feeling he's not micromanaging all that shit.
Right.
But to where if it became a problem on his radar, you best believe he'd probably dump it real quick.
All right.
We got a couple supers to jump in on real quick, and
I would imagine anyway.
Yeah, of course. This is a song request from George Molo for $9.99. Dude, you're raining money on us tonight. He says song request for Bat Tom, Queen, "We Are Champions."
I paid my dues time after time. Joker's done a sentence and committed all the crime. Riddler made mistakes and Penguin did too. That's why I come in and fucked him up. I am the champion of Gotham, and I'll keep on fighting to the end, and sometimes with Robin. I am the champion. I am the champion. No time for poison ivy, 'cause I am the champion of Catwoman's ass. Well, oh, sorry, I got to weigh into that. I'm so sorry.
You do realize that Catwoman is actually Tom King, right?
What?
Damn.
That is uninspiring.
Wow. I got video
Greg,
proof of his face.
Gregory sends me some cricket-looking money for $100 worth of whatever, or 100 something of whatever that is. I leave for 10 minutes, and I am replaced with the two chattiest Chads that ever did Chad. Hail 32 and George. I
Yeah,
agree.
Brent Gregory.
Oh, what are we getting? 32 flavors of George.
And the amazing Mecha J for $5 with the coolest hat on the planet, or Hemet. Says, since WB is no longer working with Miller after The Flash, we can expect that he won't be in any future Fantastic Breast movies too, right?
That is considering I don't think there will be anymore.
Well, he will be the Fantastic Beast.
I was going to say, that third one bombed. And that
yeah, they kind of drove that into the ground.
Wait, there was a third one?
I thought they had 6 that were contracted.
Well, that's what they wanted. Let's be fair here.
No, this last one worked out so bad that they're actually going back to what's-her-face, J.K. Rowling, and trying to sweet talk her into coming up with some sequels to Harry Potter.
You mean after they didn't invite her to her own 20th anniversary? Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, be ready. There's going to be a bunch of uncanceling parties pretty soon, guys. Don't worry about it.
Does Ezra Miller remind you of like the Ren and Stimpy version of an Animaniac at this point?
Yeah.
You know, you might have a point there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Fantastic Breasts and where to find them. I'm telling you right now, it's at Cheetahs in Vegas or Crazy
Zanzibar and
actually, if you want a proper one in Vegas, I suggest Sapphires, but that's for the people to know.
Oh, Snowdrops on a Friday.
Yeah, look, there's just less cocaine there, so I mean, it's not the holiday.
Cocaine.
Hell of a drive.
I got it at home.
We got it.
You got cocaine at home? What?
No, fantastic.
Fantastic cocaine at home.
Wow. Magic Tech Mags. Thanks, Max. Sends us a super sticker with my favorite little Shiba Inu dog, Fartin' Hearts. Thank you, young
Farting
lady.
Hearts.
Appreciate it. Fartin' Hearts.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Look, this is the Daily Breast article. I mean, Daily Beast article that we were going to talk about. Where
Speaking of Daily Breast,
is that a gang sign?
Yeah, no, it's like the
oh god, get it
on teen. I don't know, but anyway, essentially, there's another 12-year-old victim it's a non-binary child. How do you know?
That's bullshit right there. The 12-year-old.
You have to remind yourself you're all reading a Daily Beast article here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are the same guys that they're just
what the hell is the symbol?
And I would imagine Marlo,
because Lord knows Ezra wouldn't touch a woman.
Right, but what is the symbol?
No, of course he would touch a woman. He punches them all the time.
It's an hourglass.
No, he throws chairs at him and chokes him.
No, it's an hourglass. It's seeing how much time he has left in his career.
I can't do that with my fingers.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just trying.
Yeah, you can't do it. I tried to do it
with my eyeshadow.
I can do this. There is no this is. There's something very wrong with this person. Anyway, look.
Coat.
This is all about the Takata thing, which I think we covered in detail.
Right. Let me ask a question about that before you go on. Did y'all believe the video she put out on Instagram, or did you think that was?
Oh, I was inspired.
Yeah,
that was inspiration from Uncle Charlie, right? This is the same kind of crazy you're dealing with, like a cult leader type of mentality. And you know what? Jared Leto is just this whack job. He just is more low key about his whack jobbiness. I don't know.
But there's also other videos where you see of her hanging out with Ezra, and it's like they're comfortable like friends. So like, it's hard.
This isn't about the Dakota thing, though. So go ahead and bring this one up.
All right. Oh God, this
Culture.
is horrible.
What is it now?
This is the one I've been trying to get you to show for the last fucking half hour.
You know what? I'm gonna whip this out just for you, Tom.
Whoa!
Everyone, get your helmet telescopes. Let's go.
So, bounding.
It's the wrong one.
No, this is the right one.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Flash star Ezra Miller accused of inappropriate behavior with 12-year-old allegedly told mother they would be lucky to have someone like me to guide them.
Wow.
I remember that quote.
Where'd Culture go?
To the bathroom.
Oh.
He's going to read this, or am I going to read this?
Oh, I thought you were reading it.
Go for it.
You have the article, and I can.
All right, I'll do it.
You would
hot
have
off the heels of having one granted against him based on accusations of alleged grooming. The Flash and Fantastic Beast star Ezra Miller has now had a second protective order is issued against their persons. This time on behalf of a 12-year-old child who claims the actor so inappropriately towards them that they were scared, or I think acted sort.
Wait, is this the Jenga couple?
The Jenga.
The Parcheesi couple, right? The ones where they thought
they might. I think that might be it.
They pulled the gun.
News of this latest protective order against Miller was first reported on June 16th by the Daily Beast, who respectively gleaned their information after having reviewed a copy of protection order signed by a judge and spoke with the 12-year-old accuser, who identifies as non-binary.
Okay, real quickly, you need to have John change that to gleaned with an N instead of gleamed with an M. FYI.
No, he gleamed. He's gleamy.
It's
I'll definitely clip this one for him.
All right, thank you.
Just tell him to use less periods and commas just to fix up culture.
I'm gonna get upset. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I didn't write this, so don't throw me under the bus for it.
Has not had their birth gender identified by the outlet. Their mother and another neighbor who was present. The Daily Beast senior entertainment editor Marlo Stern, who authored the initial report, also noted that he had reviewed contemporaneous text messages sent by the mother and the neighbor, as well as photographs that corroborated parts of their accounts of the night in question, not nights. Though chose not to release the names of those involved for privacy reasons. The incident at the center of the legal request occurred on February 2nd, when Miller allegedly visited the 12-year-old's home in order to hang out with them, their mother, and the family's neighbor, the latter of whom knew the actor through bandmate and Miller's close friend Whitney Suiters. According to neighbor, when Miller arrived that evening, the actor was wearing a bulletproof vest, and I had no idea until later that they were armed. Miller's emotions eventually flared when the child's mother recalled how she had recently done some traveling with her tribe, used as slang in reference to a group of friends rather than any sort of Native American community, to which the actor snapped into full SJW Karen mode and accused her of cultural appropriation. As the night continued, the actor would once again make an attempt at critical, I don't know if that's really what he means to write there
critical
either.
Race
at
theory?
critical race theory based virtual, I think he means virtue signaling.
Virtue,
Yeah, when after the boy,
Who
this
wrote
is
this?
a really
Culture.
Once again, not me.
asserting that the board game Parcheesi owed its roots to the Rastafarian religion. The neighbor, himself half black, asked Miller to identify which exact Rastafarian sect lent their influence to the game's creation. At this point, the neighbor told Stern Ezra explodes and started screaming directly into my face.
You think he's a meth addict or something? I mean, he's got to
Ketamine. The rumor is ketamine and marijuana smoking.
Yeah, what's weird is if the dude gets stuck in a K-hole, there's
Pot don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do any of those things.
What's the K-hole?
If you're going to do ketamine, make sure you have like Gatorade or something sugary nearby so it takes you out of the K-hole.
Well, what the hell is the K-hole?
He sounds like one of those guys that has like an Adderall, a speed on
because
speed dial.
I agree, because the fact that everything I've read, he keeps exploding. It seems like ketamine would bring you down, not going to be like.
But if he goes into a hole, like if you're going into a hole, like you're pretty much like a comatose, but you're awake kind of mode, right? So when you come out of that, you don't know what the actual physical mental reaction would be, especially if he's dealing with emotional distress from the loss of that family member rumor that's going around as well. Yeah. Whatever it is, he's mixing.
What the hell is a K-hole?
Literally, picture yourself like you ever got so high you don't want to get off your couch, or so drunk you don't want to get off your couch. Picture that, but you got tunnel vision in your brain through your eyes, and you can't even move your body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, you're virtually
paralyzed.
You're like GHB yourself, pretty much. Except there's no pudding pop nearby.
Then how does he explode?
Well, on cocaine.
Yeah,
that's right. It sounds like uppers or something that's giving him adrenaline.
So here's the thing: if you put yourself in a K-hole and then you need to get back up, then you reach for the opposite effect. So it like I'm telling you right now, ketamine,
I don't know anything called the hole. I don't want to be in.
Right. You also have to, unless it's attached to a woman, anyway.
There you go. Falling into a K-hole is a slang for how it feels when you take a high enough dose of ketamine that your awareness of the world around you and your control of your own body becomes so profoundly impaired that you are temporarily unable to interact with others or even walk around the world. Like if you ever been to a club and you see a weird guy doing like an elephant walk trying to grab
Oh,
him.
yes.
That is a guy almost about to hit a K-hole.
Okay, that makes sense.
You also have to remember that this guy's been with like Indian reservations and stuff like that, so he might be on like some weird, like some weird DMT type shit.
Peyote, mescaline.
Mescaline's crazy. I think it's mescaline because I've seen one guy. He did it down in Toronto. And he actually thought he could fight a streetcar, and he ran.
I hope he learned that lesson pretty quickly.
It was parked, but he literally dented his forehead.
Well, this goes on for a bit here. So,
Yeah,
so
keep going.
Ezra goes off. They said you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. What did you say to me? What did you say to me? The neighbor recalled. I was very caught off guard. Amidst this outburst, the neighbor asserted that Miller then opened up their jacket. They had this like big Sherpa jacket, and they opened up one side of their jacket. You could see a gun.
Why does why does it keep saying they opened up?
Because you can't say
because
her.
of Ezra's stupid pronouns. You have to
Right, but what is that? But we're not retarded or disillusioned.
Whatever. This is what they said. The individual.
We have to read the article verbatim.
And they said, talking like that could get you in a really serious situation.
Like
so they made a threat, basically. Following this confrontation, the neighbor claims that Miller turned his focus to the then 11-year-old, telling the child's mother, I've talked extensively with your child, and they have a lot of power to them. At one point, you're going to realize you don't have any control over them anymore. The actor said, they're really an elevated being, and they would be lucky to have someone like me to guide them. Further, Miller next moved to berate the mother, accusing her of being both a witch and a vampire due to the fact that she, as per Stern, dressed goth. Do you want to drink my blood? The actor repeatedly yelled, do you? Miller then reportedly turned back to the child, proceeding to shower them with compliments, make moves to position themselves physically closer to the child, touching her hips, and even asking them to add the Barry Allen action actor as a friend on Instagram. Upon learning that the child was a fan of horses, Miller is said to have told the child that they would buy a number of horses and allow them to come take care of them on his Vermont farm, itself only 40 miles away from the child's home.
Oh, boy.
They automatically were just weirdly drawn to me and kept talking about how they love my outfit and my style, and kept going on and on about how it was great. The child explained of their experience. It was really uncomfortable. I was really nervous. I was scared to be around them after he'd yelled at my mother and she was crying. After apologizing for this incident, the actor reportedly returned to visit the home just 2 days later, at this time without incident. Both the mother and neighbor believe Miller was under the influence when he visited the home. Further, the two say they have not heard from or seen the actor since the news of Dakota Iron Eye's protective order was made public. So yeah, they also have a protection order now against him. So that's 2 protection orders.
Pretty much the best way to
that we know of.
But the best way to look at Ezra Miller is, you ever seen There's Something Wrong with Kevin, whatever that movie is called? Ezra is pretty much Kevin. You can see Ezra's crazy in that movie, Kevin. Just look at that one, and you'll know exactly.
Oh, by the way, historian here. Pachisi actually was originated in ancient India, is described in the ancient text Mahabharata under the name of Pasha, and from what I can tell, it actually originated sometime back in 2nd century BC, 1st century, because they had a 6th or 7th century representation of Lord Shiva and the goddess Parvati playing a game of Shapar, which is closely related. But,
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so in other words, this guy's like high on some mystical shit while he's like wearing a bulletproof vest like 50 Cent.
Indeed. And from somebody who would understand all of the pronouns and the navigating the world, we have a special guest with us. It's Mike Crotch.
Oh, big boy.
Oh, hey there, Culture. I've been waiting for you at the hotel room all night. Where you been?
Well, first and foremost, I'm no longer in Dallas.
What? Oh, that makes me kind of sad. I got myself all dressed up and put on my lingerie.
Hey, you realize that you have fans that are so enthralled with you that you had an actual cosplayer at the convention.
Oh, you heard about that, did you?
I saw pictures of it. It was amazing.
Mike, he left you an 8x10 glossy under your bed.
I might be able to bring you up a little bit of a video clip. If you want to say it.
Oh, I want to see this clip. What about you guys? You want to see a clip of a player for Mike Crotch?
All right.
Really. Is there any karate in it?
There might be karate in it.
Is there commas?
There's probably commas there, unlike appropriate commas that should be used.
Bounding into commas. There you go.
Bounding into commas. All right, are we ready for this, everyone? Here we go. This is a Mike Crotch, a cosplayer in the middle of the street. Here we go.
Got my own cosplayer. Let's hear what he has to say.
All right.
Mike Crotch, what are you doing in the middle of the road?
Hey, I'm just looking for people. Maybe something to eat. I don't know.
You want a sausage or something?
I'm not so sure right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot out here, and I like it.
Very lifelike.
Looking a lot. A whole bunch. Yeah, it's real nice. Have you seen that Puppet Jolly around? I think he shows me some money.
I did see CultureCasino though, but I think he got on a plane and fled.
Well,
oh,
CultureCasino. $36.25, and I really, really need that money because I want to do some stuff with it. I need to invest it.
Really good. Just needs to work on the BJ curve.
Yeah, I mean, you don't quite have it down yet.
Oh my goodness! I might tag along.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
When is he
Was that salty?
That was like virtually identical.
No, salty in the background.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think Salty found him out on the street.
But I have a question. What happened to your arms now that were there?
Yeah, good question.
Well, I have detachable parts, like my detachable penis.
Is that Velcro or duct tape?
It depends on my mood.
I like you already.
Oh, Culture, since we're talking drugs, I figured you'd enjoy this clip, by the way.
Oh, no.
How do we go from drugs to sex?
I thought we were talking about
this is what Ezra Miller does. He's even breaking down this whole show right now.
It's the power of Ezra.
Hold on, this stream is brought to you by. Sorry,
I'm just trying to draw attention. Oh, I love. Is this what I think? Yeah,
I think it is.
Yes.
This kicks like a mule with his balls wrapped in duct tape. Wow!
Who the fuck did this?
Greatest crossover ever.
Alternative endings.
Alternative cuts.
How exciting.
I know it. Nobody moves crystal in the South Valley but me,
That's a better Thor than Natalie Portman.
Oh
yeah.
What a moment, everybody.
Who made that? I like that.
Alternative Cuts made that. It's from Alternative Cuts YouTube channel. Good stuff.
It's a masterpiece in storytelling and visuals. Indeed. If you haven't seen that before, and I've now seen it 4 times on different streams, it's brilliant.
Yes, it is. I love that one.
Tight. Look, I'm one of those people that just appreciate people who can do that, because that takes a lot of rotoscoping.
Yeah.
And just that's a commitment right there. So I love it.
What, meth?
Huh?
No, rotoscoping.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all want to buy some math?
I can't hear.
What is that movie? You want to see a crapped out movie about meth? What is it? John Leguizamo and Spun. Go watch that movie.
Oh yeah. Spun is messed up.
I can vaguely remember that one.
I can't get through a full sitting of that movie.
Well, look. Oh man, do we have any other things that are noteworthy that we can talk about? I don't even know if there's. I mean, it seems like
they replaced Buzz Lightyear's head for Ezra Miller's face and put Ezra Miller's face on Buzz Lightyear.
Are we still doing Ezra Miller?
I think
nobody's doing it.
We were going to talk about Amber, but we can bypass that. From what I heard, is they didn't do very good ratings.
Really? Do you have those numbers?
Not offhand. No, I can look though. That's usually your domain.
I know. Okay, I'll work. You guys talk.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know if you guys were talking about it earlier, but I was looking at the weekend numbers, and obviously we all know that Lightyear underperformed, but what I think is more notable was that Top Gun hit number 2, went back up to number 2 today on Sunday.
I was curious about that, if that was going to happen.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Dateline had a 0.2.
like, well, people are obviously like are really responding to that movie. Obviously, maybe it was Father's Day, maybe that helped with it, maybe it is, but it just shows you the staying power of this movie. People are seeing this thing more than once, and then you got obviously holidays like Father's Day, and we still haven't even hit the 4th of July yet. You know, there'll still be an audience come 4th of July for that, and I can't believe I'm going to say it. I think a few weeks ago on Mead, we were saying, oh, it won't hit $1 billion. It'll do like 8, maybe 900. Dude, it's going to hit $1 billion. It's officially going to hit $1 billion. And I'm so
I
glad
underestimated
to see
it.
happen.
I totally underestimated it, but I also expected Doctor Strange would be more competition. But as far as the Amber Heard situation goes, I just threw this in the private chat here, Culture.
In the chat.
The latest TV ratings, Dateline NBC's Sit Down with Amber on Friday night drew 2.3 million total viewers and a 0.2 demo rating. Down 18 and 50% week to week, marked the news magazine's second smallest audience since November, and a season low in the demo.
God.
Oh, that means nobody even wanted to hear her talk anymore. Shit, they are done with her. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the road.
Wow. Was that this last Friday, or was
this
Friday
was her
before?
big fucking interview? Yep. This is the last Friday's demo right there. I just put it in the private chat.
Samantha Guthrie or whatever her name was interviewed her.
Yes.
Because
this was a
heard,
full interview. Yes.
Right. I heard from a couple of people in the family. They said, George, you're always saying that the media is, they're biased. They're this. They're lefties. They're like, Samantha Guthrie tore Amber apart. I'm like.
No, it wasn't that they tore her apart. It was that everything that she said in that interview, if Johnny Depp was truly like a petty, as I probably would have been, he could sue her again, because she basically doubled down on everything that basically lost her to defamation suit. And NBC was like, well, we don't want to get sued if this goes to trial again. So yeah, we're going to push back on everything she's going to say, because we're not taking the L for this.
I haven't seen it. That's why this is what they told me. They're like, Samantha Guthrie really took it to her. She was not on her side. And
yeah.
What we need is a celebrity.
At one point,
not really. She was pretty fair.
We need
at one point. I was gonna say, at one point she had asked her, "Do you stand by everything you said in the trial?" The Amber's like, 100%. I stand by everything I said. It's like, you just lost a defamation trial. Like, why are you saying this?
What we need is a celebrity death match.
They never admit when they're wrong, even when
she has no money.
And money, no money, it don't even matter anymore. These people are not capable of admitting that they fucked up. Even whenever you could show these type of people are so deeply entrenched in their ideology. If you saw one of them go as simple as to flip off a light switch, but because they hate you, they're like, no, you didn't see me flip off light switch. You just think you did. That's how deeply entrenched.
The light was never on in the first place.
Yeah, but the light was never on in the first place. That's the type of excuses these type of people. These type of people
gaslighting.
Yes, you're right. These type of people are not capable of admitting to being wrong. They are entrenched, and they're never going to turn back. These people
all I know
mental
is
health for years to come.
All I know is you guys just, I never poop on the bed. I mean, I get really kinky sometimes, but you got to draw the
rubber sheets.
See,
Right.
but there's also there's two things here. First of all, there's a way out for Zaslav right now. What you do is you have a celebrity death match, Ezra Miller versus Amber Heard. You see whoever survives gets their movie.
Actually, we came up with the fix for this. As far as Amber, there's not much you can do other than just shit can her. As far as Ezra, there's a way around this. You basically hire Dog the Bounty Hunter. And you make it an HBO Max special of Dog tracking down Ezra to drag his ass to the premiere of the movie. You drop the movie, then Dog drags his ass to jail right after the movie's done. And then it's all some big show. I'm kidding, but no, that would be all.
Nick also has a great point
Go ahead.
too. And the fact is, Hollywood lives in a world that's not like normies, and they don't even believe anything other than what they see, hear, and smell of their own shit. Yes. We don't matter to them. We're just there to tell us what we are. COVID, the whole lockdowns in general, was a prime example of them preaching their goddamn choir, and all we were listening was "shut the hell up." It's the same thing. They just don't leave that echo chamber, but they want our money.
They refuse to leave. Well, the thing is, they know that they can get a lot of their money. They know it because a lot of people still turn to them for their money. Because a lot of people talk about how I'm just hypothetical example. So and so, this looks like a terrible movie, but more than half those people who say it looks terrible still end up going to see it anyway. And so, yeah, a lot of they still get that money back. So in some regards, they do win to that extent. So they love that they can take advantage of these established IPs, and that's why we need obviously we. I'm not saying that we shouldn't criticize it. We need to have our critical drinkers of the world to criticize it, but we also need more and more people to just absolutely reject this and actually get creative, like the Julys of the world as well. We need the best of both worlds. We need to
need
create,
more Mike
but we
Crotches.
I'm curious. Does anyone besides me think that her career is dead, kaput?
That's not true. She still has Pornhub.
No, her career's not dead.
She's got Pornhub.
It should.
Okay, outside of Pornhub, she's not.
Okay, she can work for a maid service. It's because we won't shit on you.
I mean, Hollywood. She's done in Hollywood. Like she's not getting another major role.
She'll get B movies and part-time, probably drama specials.
Now,
but
you mean Lifetime?
Hollywood protects their own.
I need a link.
I know.
Yeah, she'll lay low for a while, but she'll be back eventually.
You need a channel? Yeah, Sam. What you're talking about, the Pornhub video?
Oh, it's called
OnlyFans. She can go to OnlyFans.
My crotch. She's literally the whole section of the Scheisse program.
Hey,
She'll do an OnlyFans where she charges people to like shit on their bed or something like that.
Like Amaranth and poop on everything.
I don't knock your.
That'll work.
Remember, it's like everybody in Hollywood does tend to bounce back, though. I mean, Mel Gibson came back. All these other people in the past, they managed to come back. So she'll be all right.
Right, but Depp didn't. Remember, look how hard they came down on Depp.
Well, that's the difference. They wanted Depp. That's the thing is they were so invested in the story of Depp being super guilty that for them to they were so committed to it. Like they're not going to back away from their commitment. They were trying to push the Me Too, time's up, believe all women. They're not going to just say, okay, guys, you know what? We screwed up. We missed it. We messed up. They should, obviously, but these type of people are not capable of apologizing. From the top to the bottom, these are people who all rule on the same ideology. They're not capable of conceding to anything.
It's sociopathic. It's sociopathic.
But they're trying to reason with unreasonable people. That's an unwinning argument.
But how long did it take Mel Gibson to get back in, like, let's say The Expendables?
He's still
it took a long
not
time, right? But
Yeah.
But so Amber Heard, she has not only a weighing price tag over her of what she's done. She's not going to bounce back right away. There's no one's going to go to the theater.
First of all,
now, she is a detriment to money than she is to making money.
She's not a great actress, number one.
No, she's a board of wood.
We saw that on the trial.
Yeah,
right. That's if she was a great actress, she'd have pulled it off. I mean, you even had another juror who said it the other day that she went for her acting was horrible. She'd look straight at us, and then she'd go cold, then she'd cry, then she'd go. I was like,
yeah, she was
acting.
like a visual version of menopause.
It was an incredible.
Well, I love how they took the performance of a lifetime as an actual. It's like, do people not realize what that is? You know, that's an insult. That's like saying you did a horrible job lying, basically.
Oh my God!
Mel Gibson did say something. Yeah,
Mark's 47 may have just won the chat.
Well, he has Tesla battery. She does battery.
Oh.
Wow.
I like a little pain once in a while.
I'll get the riding crop for you.
I might have to go draw me a bath. This is just so much toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
I'm getting all damp downstairs.
I
need to freshen up.
I bet you are. But
I'll be for Christmas. Ezra Miller and Amber Heard.
Yeah. This could be a beautiful Christmas film
with Ezra in it too.
Yeah. Look, hold on. I got
and Ray Fisher while you're at it. Why not?
Oh yeah, Ray Fisher in The Noose, and it's just the door.
Easy now. Easy.
No. The joke. Remember the NASCAR?
Oh, that's right.
Door pulley.
There you go. Yeah.
The handle.
Southern Belle says, I guarantee deals are being made with Johnny Depp behind the scenes. I think that's probably true.
Yeah. Maybe that is. But once again, they're going to have their cake and eat it too. They're going to say, okay, we'll hire Johnny Depp, but we're not going to fully let go of Amber Heard, because for them to fully drop Amber Heard is them admitting they're wrong indirectly. They ain't going to do that.
I have a sponsor for you.
Oh, you do? A sponsor for the evening?
Yeah, here you go. It's right there. You can share it right there. There you go.
Oh, wow. Subway. Eat fresh. Indeed.
Yes, can you believe it that schmuck got a gig directing and producing? I cannot understand that.
What is he doing?
No, I can understand it.
I don't. He lied. Literally, he almost caused.
Yeah, he could have. Look, you could have caused a real big issue. I mean, we have tensions in this country. Let's not exacerbate them with bullshit. I'm tired.
It's easier. You make a big fuss over here, so no one looks over there.
More people signed the petition to get rid of Amber Heard from Aquaman 2 than actually watched her on fucking Dateline.
Well, I mean, to be fair, here,
3
does anyone watch
times as many
Dateline
people
anymore?
actually.
Thank you, team.
Actually, I mean, that's the thing. It just said that's a low. Like, and this should have been a highlight for them, right? Like, this should have been. I mean, yeah, Dateline's probably not one of the best of the news shows because I think it's up against what else is going on at that time, like 48 Hours or whatever on CBS. But I think that does better than this. But this should have been something to pull in the audience, right? Especially look at how we've been all benefiting from this on the YouTube side of things for the last week or two.
Gosh.
I think what this is a signal of is that people are just done with her. They're done. They've heard everything they need to hear. They don't want to hear any more from her.
Yeah.
And
The people that I love and respect and I've been watching now for years.
Thank you.
That have been covering this for years have been rocking these stories and benefiting from them. And yet the news media can't pull dick because they're on the wrong side of this. Once again, look, if you want to talk about being on the wrong side of history, I mean, just look at the mainstream for the last 5 years, 6 years.
Not even that. Let's go back let's look at Canada's media with how things were going on in Ottawa till now with how they were covering and protecting Amber Heard. This has destroyed anyone from actually going to these news outlets, whether it be on YouTube or not. Why do you think when we go on there, this stuff is being thrown in our faces more? Do you notice how Colbert stuff has not been on our feeds lately also since the arrest? You just said that's going quiet.
Yeah,
well,
I feel like that whole thing was done just to basically just to mock the people who are still in jail as of this day from January 6th, because Colbert's team just went up there and did the exact same thing, and we all know they're not going to get anywhere near as bad as the other guys did. So.
Yeah, they should. They should have been there for a year, yeah. And
well, Tom pulled up a genius thing. I would love to cover.
I want to see it.
Before we end up. We witnessed the peak of Western civilization between 78 and 90.
We got to lose. Georgia's got to go first. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I got to go. It's okay. Thank you for having me.
The simple fact that you made it to the stream and we're here.
I love it.
Nice hanging out with you, George.
We love you, man. Your song requests from Bat Tom were epic and fun.
Thank you, brother.
I hope people clip you. You want to promote your amazingness?
I love you.
You can catch me on George the Giant Slayer on YouTube. Just released a new video on the new animated feature from Warner Brothers called War of the Rohirrim. A new line cinema gave an update on it.
Awesome.
I think that's it. I'll be releasing more on Rings this week.
George, it's snowed up here. I just want to say your background is one of the coolest backgrounds.
Oh yeah,
you have finesse and you have a touch. I can tell. You got style. You got style, buddy.
I want to go hang out in his office.
I got to hang out with him. This is one of my friends. I got to give him another big old hug the other day.
George, will you be in Vegas?
Nice.
Yeah, I should be in Vegas.
Well, good.
You're going to be there?
I will.
I want to see the whirlwind of hair.
You will see the windmill. You will see Nick Weiser at 300%, and it's going to be huge.
George, before you go, I have a product to go with your collection. Would you like to buy a Geode After Dark figure?
I looked all over Fan Expo. I couldn't find one Geode.
It comes with lingerie, a chisel.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kathleen Kenley actually did that, though.
Did you see somebody actually got a tattoo of that stupid thing?
Are you
serious?
Yeah.
You almost made Nick choke.
Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me. No one's going to.
Speaking of Nick, I got something to show Nick that's going to really freak him out real quick. It blows up and it's beautiful.
Oh boy.
It's not a blow up girlfriend either.
I need one of those.
Oh my god.
You got the blimp.
Jeez, Tom's got all the
Amazon has some right now, guys. Just heads up.
That's cool.
I'm gonna wait a little. I'm not gonna leave yet. I'm just gonna pause and come right back. This is too much fun. I'm going to push off my morning meeting.
Now, we actually aren't going to go that much longer. Tom has one more thing to share with the class.
Longer. Longer.
I'm not paying $84 for this.
It's the Turtle Blimp 6. It's not a, well, you could use it as a pool toy.
Well, wait a minute. Does it have turtles in it or?
No, well, I got the turtle toys. It's just
getting weirder of conversation.
And of course, Mirrorsphere's Origin says, need a good story. Check out his book. It's amazing. There's the Turtle Blimp, kids. Wait,
How much did you pay? Because it's like $150 up on Canadian.
Well, that's the whole point.
Amazon had it for only like, I think it was like 30 or 40. I can't remember. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, it
literally
wasn't too
takes me
bad.
back like 30 years right there, seeing that. Like, it's like a blast from the past.
Slide. Oh, I found it. For $35.
I hate you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't too bad right now. Yep, go ahead
Okay,
and grab it
it's
now while you
mine.
can, man.
It's mine. Oh my God, Tom, you bring out my inner turtle.
Inner something. Speaking of bringing out the inner turtle, Tom, you were playing the latest game.
Yeah, Script Doctor and
how was
Vigilante
it?
Williamson and some other guys. Oh, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's
Some
like
other
the
guys.
old.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah.
Yeah, Fats was there, and
You didn't call me. I know. It's okay.
We had 6 people.
I didn't know you were home. To play.
Yeah, I'm playing with you.
I even put it on Twitter. I'm like, who wants to play?
How
it's
was
just
it?
like the old. It's kind of like the
Okay.
old classic arcade games. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Is it?
All right. So since Tom didn't bring it up, this is the last story of the evening, and we're gonna hit and run this one because
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, this is the Hemi story.
He was a little worried.
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters reboot could have ended his career.
No shit.
Almost did. Almost.
When Marvel's Thor Ragnarok was released, the world began to realize that Chris Hemsworth, in addition to being a rather dreamy action star, also had a knack for comedy, something that many of us Ghostbusters fans already knew. Back in 2016, Hemsworth took on a supporting role in Paul Feig's Ghostbuster reboot, playing the role of Kevin, the receptionist, who, while clearly isn't the brightest, has a big dreams of one day strapping on a proton pack and saving New York City.
Strapping what?
Strapping
Yeah, a strap on.
Does he look like in the picture? In the picture he's holding up, does he look a little bit like a young Nick Nolte?
Yeah, I kind of see it.
From 48 hours.
Whoa, what the?
Greetings, everyone. Is I, Lord Baphomet, returned from the outer beyond.
All right, Baphomet, what are you going on about?
Can you blow me up, please, so I can kill this real quick?
Whoa, blow him up.
There you go. He's a bad
Oh.
man.
Oh, it's that fat Steven person again. How pedantic.
Did you Google that insult?
Did your mother Google that insult?
She's dead.
Oh, well, good. Anyway,
She's probably with Bathmat then.
yes.
Probably.
Oh.
So, Bathmat,
Greetings to all my fans. So wonderful to be here.
you're part of the Cotton Council. I've seen you on that show on Saturday nights.
Killed the story.
Indeed.
Hey, Baphomet, can you tell Ezra Miller to chill out? Because I think he's starting to get a little out of his mind.
I don't have a contract with that idiot. If I did, he would have been wildly successful and humanly graceful in his performances. Instead, he's a laughing stock. I think he contracts with Belial or someone else. Maybe I could check with Asmodeus or someone else, but no, I am Baphomet. He doesn't contract with me.
Hey, Baphomet, how many hands are up your ass right now?
It's Bathmat.
I don't know. You might check your number of fingers there, Fat Steven.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, we do need to get through this story, Tom. And as you were graciously covering it, I'm sure Bathmat would know a lot about Ghostbusters, considering he's come from his neck of the woods.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Continue, Tom. Continue.
Tom, please.
Back in 2016, I got that. Many were surprised by the casting news, as up until this point, Hemsworth's previous comedic roles were stricken to hosting SNL and a small part in Vacation. And he was one of the better parts of that movie. Yeah. In a new interview with GQ, Hemsworth admitted that the improvisational style of the script had him thinking that not only could the role end his career, but he'd also let everyone working on the project down and in turn ruin the film. Oh, geez, dude. There was
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot,
Don't put that
more
on
problems.
yourself.
Yeah, you had nothing to do with. Yeah. So as it goes on here, he says, I said to Paul, there's not a whole lot, sorry, on the page. Like, what do you want me doing? He said, oh, we'll figure that out when you get here. So I said, okay, why not? Let's go. Yeah, right. And I got there and turned up on the studio the day before we started shooting, and he handed me a script, and I read the script, and I said, there's still nothing in here. Like, what am I doing? And he said, it's okay. We're going to improvise and have fun. And my immediate reaction was, this is not only the end of my career, but I'm going to ruin this film. I'm going to let everyone down, and I haven't done this before. What am I doing? Well, everybody was not doing anything good with this. After meeting...
I have to say one thing very quickly. As far as Ghostbusters 2016 goes, I've never seen so much masturbation done on film since Pornhub.
You got a point there. After meeting the cast and crew, Hemsworth said he became much more comfortable, adding there was such a sense of camaraderie and collaboration. Not from what we heard. It just became so much fun. It became about trying not to laugh, about trying to make the other person laugh. It reminded me of drama class or being back in high school. I thought, I want to take that into everything I do. Well, from what we heard from the Sony leaks, everybody was trying to one-up everybody. And not only that, you had people crying and backbiting and everything else. In a random bit of Ghostbusters reboot news, props, okay, who gives a shit? That was the story, though. Chris Hemsworth thought the movie was going to destroy his career. He's lucky it didn't.
And technically, he wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, I think that Soul Assassin is correct. It's basically like Robert Rodriguez being handed a 7-page script for Mandalorian.
Pretty much.
And then they handed him a 7-episode script for Boba Fett.
Well, it's more like a single script for Boba Fett that was inadequate. But
you don't understand. You know what this stupid goat did to Jolly? He tied him up, brought him to hell, and made him watch Batwoman season 4, 5, and 6. They don't even exist except for Down in Hell.
Yes.
Hey,
well, I mean, that's usually where they screen all their movies.
Baphomet, do you like Bathory at all?
The band? Of course I do. I love metal. Metal forever. Look, I'm flashing goat horns right now. I am goat horns.
His ultimate enemy is a limp brush, by the way.
Fat Steven's jealous because I'm more popular than he is.
Anyway, beyond all of those things, we have we have an incredible panel. We had an incredible night. We had incredible stories, and apparently we had some kind of a demon thing that showed up. But do check out T-shirted Historian and his bath mat.
Baphomet. Say it with me. Say it with me. Culture. Baphomet.
Bath
salts.
Did he say bath mat?
Baphomet.
Bath salts met.
George, it's from the Bed Bath & Beyond collection. See right there.
Baphomet.
Say again?
Baphomet.
Bath salts met.
Yeah,
the E is silent.
Wait, Batman's mitt? Batman's mitt.
Batman? No, I'm not Tom Connors. That's Tom Connors. That's Batman.
It's Bath.
Wait a minute.
That thing's a fucking talking goat from hell. I'm not messing with that.
He's smart, that one.
It's actually Snoopy with a goatee.
Oh,
I am not Snoopy.
Yeah, you are.
Look, can you see the horns?
Oh, now I see the horns.
Horns. See?
Horns. Does
So
that
he's
mean
a dog with horns?
Yeah. Does that mean you're horny?
All the time, of course. Why are you interested?
No, I like women.
Okay, calm down.
No, I'm not that
I
kind of
can
Greek.
satisfy that too if you want, you know.
Check out
Just ask Wilson the Troll.
Not that kind of Greek. No, don't go for goats.
Easy now. I know this. You got Bath Mat here as part of the T-shirted Historians channel. Do check it out. You got gaming. You have interesting takes on the world, plus a great background when it comes to history. T-shirted Historian is a good channel. Check him out. Thanks for being here, T-shirt. Bath Mat. We've got our good friend Nick Weiser, who comes in many flavors, and 32. Well, actually, it's way more than that. How many flavors are you now?
I haven't. Toxic Man Flu knows better than I do.
How many flavors do you gotta lick till they get to the center of the
I like that. Do that
All
again.
right.
Sing that
All
again.
right.
You gotta
Back
lick
on
Nick
his hair.
Joe's chewy center?
How many flavors you gotta lick to get to the center of Nick?
Do you like fish sticks?
I'm a
Do you like fish sticks?
32. Hey, well, maybe we should roast the goat.
Yeah, like curry.
Hey, but let's first give our friend the flavor man the opportunity to let me out.
I want to give him a lick.
All right, kids. All right, so tomorrow night with the Dicks Division, all flavors will be unleashed with Culture's Weave and Comics' Height.
That's
And it's going to be huge. Yelling at Park Cars. This show is our Super Bowl equivalent. I do a Yelling at Park Cars pregame show on my Gilded. Fuck you, Gilded. And it's going to be huge. And on top of that, I got a pizza review coming this week, and that's going to be huge as well. So watch out for that. And I'm also on Midnight's Edge After Dark. And also on Toxic Tuesday, we will be talking Rocky 4, and that will be huge. So if everyone in the chat could give me a huge, that would be great. And of course, we got the Comic Shop Comic Shop Talk on Friday night. And I've got a comic book video as well this week coming out. So, Culture, thank you for letting me come on, and hail to the chat. I hope the chat stays very huge. And to the panel, this is a honor and a pleasure with the Georges and a puppet named Snowdub. It was a pleasure, guys. And Six, thank you for Gilded and Baphomet too, man. Baphomet,
Thank you for getting my name right.
Keep listening to Bathory, all right?
You got it.
Listen to
Of course.
Bathory. There you go. Look at all those comments that say huge. There you go. Culture, thank you so much, sir. All right. You all have a good night. Stay huge.
Right. Well, speaking of staying huge, the man that is essentially a giant slayer.
Oh, no, you already got me. You don't need to take up more time, but thank you. Love being here. Everybody have an incredible week. We'll see you tomorrow night on oh my God, my brain just fried. That's why it's late. On Comics Division, and then I'll see you on Thursday.
That's right. Thank you, George. And of course, we have our special guest from Bounding who was on my channel twice today, Society Reviews.
It's back to back. I'll be working on a lot of things for Abounding in the Comics, societyreviews.com. I'm doing a lot of editing and updating to that site right now as we speak. But follow me on YouTube and on Twitch tomorrow night, or I guess tonight if you're on the East Coast. We're going to be reviewing Lightyear and Spiderhead, which is the new Chris Hemsworth movie with Miles Teller. We'll cover those two movies. Wednesday night, me and Spencer will be taking over Bounding in the Comics YouTube with the Black Pill stream. We're pretty much going to run that show into the ground, so join us there for some good times. Friday night, Barroom Podcast. We'll bring a bunch of guys on to talk about the news of the week. I'm pretty sure Baphomet will tell Chris Evans to say something dumb so we can discuss that for 2 hours. And then next Saturday night on Twitch, we'll be watching the movie The Falcon live with a bunch of guests. So we got a full lineup for this week. So even though it's technically a weekend, I still got a lot of crap to do. So go ahead.
Well, you're killing it, and thank you for being here, my friend, twice today. And of course, another member of the Twice Today crowd, Fat Steven Seagal.
Well, you know where to hate me on YouTube. I'm on Twitch. I think I have a Gilded just so I can say, fuck you, Gilded. And that is Comics Division's actual height being held up by a midget.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yo, and shout out to the, you see it now? It's actually breaking through the paper.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But shout out to the Legion of Memers, man. Those guys have been very welcoming. They're doing a great job keeping some comedy across the board. Thank you, Tom, and everyone else who played Ninja Turtles today on that Boomer Fest, getting it set up. Thank you, Culture.
Yeah, that was quite the Boomer Fest.
Yeah, thank you, chat. That was great. Have a great night. And to the mods, y'all are awesome. That's it. I have nothing else. I can't kiss any ass tonight, George.
Oh, all right. Well, then we have more from the puppet, the cotton, the dude that I got to hang out with once again, Mr. Snowda.
Yeah, great show tonight, but I got to show you guys something a little disturbing here. This is what has happened to these Disney Muppets.
Oh,
I don't know if you're seeing this.
We are.
Your suffering will be infamous in hell.
They
actually look better.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you might have a point there.
I will tear your soul apart.
If you want to see real puppet shows that aren't Disney-fied, come on over to my channel, Snowdub, and check us out. We got a great puppet show, The Cotton Council, every Saturday night where we have a fleshy on and crazy chaos happens. And I'd like to take a quick moment to say happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. Like Tom, I know Tom's a dad, and whoever else on the panel is still a dad or is a dad or doesn't know they're a dad. But might
Still
be.
is.
So
I cannot confirm or deny if I am a father.
well, happy Father's Day anyway, guys. So
thank you.
and,
Great.
Thanks for having me on, Culture. As always, it's been fun. We'll be back to our regular puppet antics when I get home here in a couple of days out of Texas. So I'll be back to normal here by Wednesday or so.
Yeah, and last but not least, my hetero life mate and the man who's made me what I am today, Tom Connerson.
I made you a sandwich.
I'm kind of hungry right now.
Sexy.
I heard it was Godfather's Day, so I thought I'd come in and...
No, it's Father's Day. Father's Day.
No, it's
Godfather's Day.
No. Father's Day. It's Father's Day.
Goat's Day.
Goat? What?
Well, I would be.
I like
remiss-
goat's cheese.
Is that goat
Goat's
curry?
goat cheese.
I would be remiss in not announcing to the world that there is a brand new secondary Mead radio channel.
Yeah, because the dirty bastards, they massacred my boy. And they took away my channel till like August. So it's a travesty.
Yeah, it's and as Green Lion says, it's a sandwich.
You can refuse. It's an offer you can't refuse.
Does it
have capicola?
I like capicola. It's good meat.
Pastrami?
I like pastrami,
yeah.
With that being said, I had an incredible evening. Once again, we went way longer than I anticipated, almost an hour beyond what the time limit was, past my bedtime, which means no sleep for the wicked, or in this
High
case,
five, Dick. High five.
no sleep.
It's not a 5, that's a paw.
Mission accomplished.
I know. I often.
He'll probably try to possess you if you actually touch him. Just
I often
have hoofs.
I often appreciate the regular Rick roll, so I'm going to leave you with a Gary roll.
Never gonna to give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around. And first, you never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say good bye. Never gonna tell a lie or tell you.
That was like Tourette's.
I thought it was Mr. Gregory edit.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad. I'm
This
like,
song is brought to you by
I might
Netflix.
grab a bat. I don't
Hey,
know.
chat,
My
do
blood
not
boils
come.
over like.
Do not
Oh
come.
God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go. So just stay tuned for the rest of the show.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe somewhere.
And remember, G-Ship is a win for
Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face.
I wanna see that booty break.
I like to shake my puppet in the shower.
Oh God, adrenaline wasted.
This is a scene from Jackass they don't show you.
I threw Baphomet in a shower with a mower.
Shellback really wants to see a booty break.
I'll play it on your face to make you go
Never heard that booty break.
I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go back, so shut the fuck up real bad.
Can I feel it be a movie break?
And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
Mr. Reds too.
Do not come. Don't come. Don't come.
Oh God, adrenaline.
Tuck in, roll now. Time to go now.
I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll
smells like teacher's hand.
Yeah, your hand smells like crotch.
Tuck and roll.
I'm gonna come.
Hey, Culture's combing that weave.
He's coming the weave.
It's so beautiful.
The Culture Casino show. I don't know where to go.
Well, we like you, but you can't stay here.
You're gonna have to tuck and roll.
Slide me in. Slide me in, dear DMs.
Gotta scratch that crotch.
Hey, that guy owes me money.
Culture, can you validate my parking?